You guys doing all right? All right, this is the Roll Tide Watchalong coming to you from Clayton, New Mexico. You got the game, it's about to start. If you're watching the game is on ESPN Plus. I'm obviously not in my studio, but I do have T here. We're in Clayton, New Mexico. It was my grandfather's services, so I still have my Tide gear watching Alabama take on Mercer. This is the Watchalong. We'll see how long the phone can go. We'll see how long the microphones can go. Maybe T, you could try to pipe in and see how we're sounding. How's everybody doing? You guys doing all right? What do you guys think the score is going to be in this game? I went with it on a score prediction. I think I went with like 49-0, something like that. Rat poison though, right? We'll see what they do. Mercer's 9-1 on the season under Mike Jacobs. So I'm watching the game with you. I don't know if I'll be behind, ahead. What I'm doing is, so what I did to get to the game is I went to ESPN and I logged in for ESPN Plus, and then I was able to find Alabama versus Mercer. So we are in the first quarter. They just started. Mercer will receive the football, and away we go. And I think you can get it two ways: SEC Plus or ESPN Plus. That's what I did to get the game. So again, we're watching the game with you. I appreciate it. Cynthia has it 42-10, Alabama. T, what's up? How you doing?
Can y'all hear me?
We can get a mic on you. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, so, and these hats, if you want to get the hat or any of the gear that I have, I get it at Chris Mobley. And I've been rocking with just the same gear the whole season. I have a couple other pieces of gear that I have, but that's besides the point. But we're here to talk Alabama football. So Mercer with the football right now. They're on offense. The game just started. First play of the game. It's a little handoff up the middle of the field. And you have Big Tim Keenan and Jahad Campbell coming up with the tackle. I know. You know what, Angel? It's confusing how they have it on ESPN Plus, SEC Plus. Volcano has it 57-3. Hey, who do you think wins this game later on today as well? Georgia or Tennessee? Can we ask that inside the comment box? Type G for Georgia and type T for Tennessee. All right, second play of the game. It is 2nd and 8 for a defense that's been playing really well. I'm streamcasting this to a TV here in our Airbnb. It's a little razzle dazzle by Mercer. It's kind of like a reverse play, and Quay Russo literally got this guy by the arm and just kind of threw him down. Did you see this play? So it's going to be a long third down for Mercer. What's up, everybody? I appreciate you guys being here. I'm sitting down, but I usually stand for these things, so I might stand, I might sit down, but as long as you guys can hear me. T, are we good on the sound?
Yeah.
Are we good on the sound? I'm talking loud. There's a little bit of echo, but I want to make sure you guys are good to go. Third down for Alabama. Well, what's up, man? I appreciate you. Yeah, and I was thinking, I get it. It's Mercer. But I still wanted to have the watch-along, right? I'm remote. You should see this town. It's like the Wild Wild West. It's like 2,000 people, and able to come live with it. Work is work. So I like what I do. We had a good day yesterday. It's 1st and 10 for Mercer, following a penalty, and there's going to be another penalty on this play. Another flag. 13:54 to go in the first quarter. Can you up the sound, please? So the sound for me, somebody's saying sound for me. All right. Let's see if I can get the sound a little bit higher. Yeah, we should be good on the sound. Cynthia, well, it's 0-0. T will post the score. It is 0-0. Mercer has the football. This is their opening drive. Right now, Mercer got the football first. There's been a couple penalties. Mercer trying to get together a drive. It's really, literally, this is like the 4th play of the game or something like that. Alabama's had a penalty. Mercer's had a penalty. Sound for the game. We can't pipe in the sound for the game. I know it's copyright, but if you have ESPN Plus or SEC Plus, you can go watch the game that way. Mercer with a handoff, and they're going to be wrapped up in the backfield. It is now going to be 1st and 10 for Mercer. 2nd down. Yeah, I guess they called that a horse collar on Quay. That's what gave Mercer its first down of the game. It's now 2nd and 14. And remember, Q Rob is out for the season with the arm. Keon Sabb is out with a leg. So you have Bray Hubbard in at safety. You have Quay Russo in at the outside linebacker. It is 2nd and 14. Mercer with a little screen. Ooh, man, and he is popped hard by Quay Russo again, who's been all over the field. I didn't even get a chance to really look at some other games. I was asking you guys about this Texas and Georgia game, or Tennessee and Georgia game. I really feel that Georgia is able to control that game. I understand Tennessee's quarterback's coming back, whatever. I feel that later on tonight, I think Georgia handles business. All right, you got a 3rd and 9 for Mercer. You're in shotgun formation. You have 2 wide receivers up at the top. We don't even have a turnover chain when there's a turnover. No. Yeah. 3rd and 9 for Mercer. Back to pass. Limited pressure. They go over the top, and it's going to be incomplete. So Alabama will. Oh, there's a flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be pass interference. I would imagine that's the call. Yeah, that's a pass interference on Mercer. Or for Mercer, rather, so they're going to get a 1st down on that. So Alabama's had 2 penalties on this opening drive. They had the horse collar, and then they had this pass interference. So that's going to be on Devontae Smith. Wow, so 1st down for Mercer. 2 first downs on 2 penalties. Another 1st down. That would have been, Alabama would have got the football back right there. What's up, guys? I appreciate you guys being here. This is the Roll Tide Watchalong. Different format, same topic, Alabama football. It is 0-0. Mercer's driving the football. They've had 2 penalties. It's a fumble caused, and Alabama's going to pick it up. I called the turnover chain. Really great play by Damani Jackson, who literally came out and tomahawked this guy. The ball flew right out, and Alabama was able to recover it. The first turnover of the game. What a play by Damani Jackson. Damani Jackson just chases the ball defender down. He's able to just kind of knock the ball out. What a play. You know, we were talking earlier. People asked if Damani Jackson would go into the NFL. Oh, 100%. I think, I don't know where he will be in the NFL draft. But I certainly think based off his play, he'll go to the NFL. First play of the game, long run by Jam Miller. Let's call it 15 yards. I think this is going to be a serious mismatch. I'm watching this game on ESPN Plus. So I logged into ESPN Plus, and I was able to get the game. I'm streaming it. So Jam Miller with a long run. This is his 2nd carry. He's probably already has 20 yards off 2 carries. T, if you could open up Stat Broadcast in another window, I'd appreciate it. We got T up in here. Yeah, so it's on ESPN Plus through YouTube TV. Jalen Milroe back to pass. His first pass of the game goes to Jeremy Bernard. Another 1st down for Alabama. Yeah, I agree, Derek. This doesn't need to be fancy. I'm looking for execution in a game like this. I can already tell you that the 2 teams, and you already knew this, they're heavily mismatched. I think Alabama could score whatever they wanted to in this game, but it's about execution, right? Limiting those penalties that you had, the offensive execution, what we've seen right here, you ran the football. This is a handoff. It's a jet sweep to Ryan Williams, who gets to the outside. He's going to score on a jet sweep. T, how far was that? It looks like it was 22 yards to me. Ryan Williams in with a touchdown. 29. It's a 29-yard jet sweep touchdown to the freshman, Ryan Williams. So Jalen Milroe handed it off to Ryan Williams, who cut across on a jet sweep. And honestly, this guy hasn't, it's a 99 speed. He gets to the outside and nobody was going to touch him. And Alabama is leading 7-0 on Mercer. T, you can write the score, 7-0 with 10:48 in the first quarter. So how we got to this point in time was Mercer moved the football. They got 2 first downs off a horse collar and a pass interference. Alabama's first drive, how many yards did Jam Miller have on that first drive? So Jam Miller had 2 rushes for, I would say, 16 yards, and then Ryan Williams scores on a 29-yard jet sweep. So Alabama already on top, 7-0, and Ryan Williams, doing it up. Look, I don't necessarily consider that a fancy type play call. I look to that as, allowing your weapons to do what your weapons do, and that is big playability, the speed. I like that play call. I like the jet sweeps. Whether you're going to run it to Ryan Williams or to a Kendrick Law, it was a really good play design. So on commercial break right now, but Alabama on top 7-0. And yeah, James, right? I know. You know what was crazy was when we were talking about Ryan Williams. We couldn't go so far without saying that he was only 17 years. Then I stopped saying it because I think it started pissing people. It was so annoying. All right, look, while we're on commercial break, I know you guys watched that stupid fight last night on Netflix. Did you guys? Who watched that fight last night on Netflix? That was the stupidest thing. Look, I said, and what was crazy is Mike Tyson going into this fight, and I thought Tyson would win. Tyson threw 20 punches in 8 rounds, right? God, I think obviously those fights are fixed, but I would have thought, because you've seen the training videos, like Tyson looked like Tyson. He never got inside on Jake Paul, and I get it. There's a difference in reach, but I mean the limited punches. I mean, I honestly thought Mike Tyson would have hurt him, to be honest. So, and the other thing was the streaming. Was it? What was it? Was it streaming for you guys like a buffering issue?
It was bad at the other Airbnb too.
Oh really?
Huh. Same problems with the volume and stuff.
Wow. Huh. So anyways, that fight was stupid. We got a Roll Tide watch along today, right here on our YouTube channel. I appreciate you guys coming in. Susan, what's up? I see you inside the comment box. Angels being here. Carl Sims, what's up? We got Overweight Spoon. We got a lot of Vols fans, which is cool. We got Lance saying Hottie Toddy. We got Ole Miss. Appreciate it. The hat is from Chris Mobley. I take it with me. This is not my studio. I have my studio back in Tuscaloosa. I'm in Clayton, New Mexico today. It was my grandfather's services. And I've said that plenty of times, if you've heard it, but I have 110,000 subscribers. So people watch the show at different points in time. But that's why I'm here in Clayton, New Mexico. Has anyone ever been to Clayton? Has everyone ever been to Clayton or to New Mexico? So that's why I'm posted up here. We go back tomorrow. This is a nice little setup, so I'm just chilling. I wanted to come, I got the kids here, obviously, too. But we're doing the Roll Tide Watch Along, so I was able to stream it on ESPN Plus. We're in a commercial break. It is 10:48 left in the first quarter. Alabama 7-0. How we got to this point in time, Alabama created a turnover. Damani Jackson created a fumble. It was scooped up by Alabama. Alabama marched right down the field on a 29-yard jet sweep by Ryan Williams to get in the end zone. 7-0, Alabama on top. This is Mercer's second offensive possession. You'll see me kind of move around. Like I have a mic on, so I'm just posted with you guys too. So this is my spot back here. I'm actually getting some coffee if I could find a coffee cup. There we go. But yeah, Alabama on top, 7-0. Look, I'm telling you, I've seen the teams play, and I can already tell you, we've all watched a lot of football. What's up, Jack? I appreciate you, man. We've all watched a lot of football. And Mercer, look, they've had a good season for what they've had, 9-1 on the year. The teams, and look, Alabama is playing at a very high level right now. The two teams are so overly mismatched that I think, hey, we got a super up in here. Yo, man. Wolfgar, what's up, man? I'm glad you were able to be with your family. Oh, appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. One of the things in 2nd and 8 for Mercer, one of the things was that my grandfather instilled in us was the work ethic, right? He was his own boss too, just like me, but the work never stops, right? You got the responsibilities, so I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the super chat. Mercer with a nice little run for, let's call it 4. It's gonna bring up a 3rd and 2. Again, we're watching this on ESPN Plus, coming to you right here on our YouTube channel. It is 7-0 with 9:55 left in the first quarter. Mercer has a couple first downs. They've been by a horse collar and by a pass interference call. 3rd and 3 right now for Alabama, or on defense. So here's Mercer. You got shotgun formation for Mercer. They're going to adjust the play. It is 3rd and 2. Here's the play. It's a handoff up the middle. He's actually going to get to the outside, and he is absolutely stuffed by Jahad Campbell. So, look, Jahad Campbell, the level of play that we've seen from Jahad Campbell over the last 3 games has been really amazing. Kimberly has now been a fan funder for 6 months. Appreciate you, Kimberly. Thank you so much. So Mercer had a 3rd and 3. They get to the outside, and Jahad Campbell meets this guy with about 1 yard to go and absolutely stands him up. Jahad Campbell, thumbs up for Jahad Campbell. I've been calling out Jahad Campbell since the beginning of the season. His uncle's called into the show a couple times. A great guy. I've enjoyed talking to him. Mercer's punting right now. But I've had Jahad Campbell, my first round board, even in the preseason. Now, these last 3 games, Jahad Campbell has been playing, in my opinion, as a top 15 pick. Honestly, 100%. Yo, what's up, man? I appreciate you, Josh. I've never been to Tombstone, man. Hey, Rocket Town, what's up, man? James, I appreciate you guys being here. Yeah, Jahad Campbell, that was honestly, that is the type of defense, and that's the type of execution that you want to see from Alabama. Like, I don't care that they're going to beat Mercer whatever they want to, but I'm looking at the small things. Like that right there, that's what I'm looking for. That type of play. 3rd and 3, situational football. How are you able to execute? I don't care if it's high school football. I don't care if this is the SEC championship. How do you execute on a 3rd and 3? So what we saw from Jahad Campbell is high-level play at the right time. And you want to see that in a game. I don't care who the opponent is. I'm looking for execution in a game like this. So Alabama will have the football. They're on a commercial break again. But that's the type of play I'm talking about. That's it right there. Jam Miller has 16 yards on like 2 carries, and then Ryan Williams has, he has 29 yards. They put it as rushing because it was a jet sweep, right? T?
Yeah.
And that's the other thing too is, I mean, you want to know an interesting stat? Over the last 8 games, okay, Alabama has allowed just 1 touchdown. And that's another stat we haven't been talking about a lot, right? Because LSU kicked, they kicked 2 field goals.
8 games or quarters?
In the last 8 quarters. Yeah, the last 8 quarters. So the last 8 quarters, because they scored that trash touchdown at the end, right? What's up, man? Yeah, Star Wars, I appreciate it. Will you read that out, T? Oh yeah, no, I got that, T. Yeah, all right, thank you, Star Wars, appreciate you. Yeah, and we have, T doesn't have a mic. I could get a mic, but we'll just post it up. Appreciate it. And Angel, style points. I think like style points in a game like this, like that was a style point. Like, how is your defense preparing? I don't think you have to like run up the score and be disrespectful about it. I don't think you look at the scoreboard, to be honest. I think you go out and you just execute, period. And that is your style points, right? Like, I don't want the score to be like 14-0 or something like that. Whatever. I just want to see really good execution. I want to see Alabama put a lot of points on the board, but I don't think you need style points in a game like this. I think you just need to take care of business and just kind of roll on out. Here comes the Alabama Crimson Tide. They're going to start at the 15-yard line, their own 15-yard line. So they got a lot of field to work with. I'm telling you, like, the teams are so overly mismatched that I think Alabama could score 90 points or whatever. I mean, so let's see what happens on this drive. This is our second drive. First drive was a touchdown by Ryan Williams on a 29-yard jet sweep. Looks like you have, I think that's Justice Haynes in the backfield. I can't tell. Either him or Jamler. Jalen Milroe back to pass. He's actually sat, like, completely stuck. So, okay, Milroe's back to pass. He gets absolutely tagged. The ball flies about 40 feet up in the air. It was nearly intercepted. I want to see where the pressure came. Because I'm telling you, the right side of Alabama's offensive line has been absolutely not it. Geno Vandermark is starting at right guard. Roughing the passer is the call. Interesting. So let's see what happened here. They called it roughing the passer. Wow. So the guy gets on. Yeah, the way he hit Milroe, he comes up and hits Milroe, but I don't think it was so much the hit, it was after he grabbed his face and kind of like shoved it into the ground. What a weird play. So anyways, Alabama gets a first down, and here we go. You have 3 wide receivers. You have, it looks like Justice Haynes in the backfield right now for Alabama, with 3 wide receivers up top. Milroe, it's a designed quarterback run. And Milroe, I mean, gets, 20 yards or something like that. So the thing is, while I like plays like that, I don't like the play call against Mercer with Jalen. Like, I want to keep the wear and tear down for, like a simple, you get hurt with Milroe, I mean, that could be the season.
Someone was asking if you're more concerned about Oklahoma or Auburn.
I think I'm concerned, I'm concerned about both Oklahoma and Auburn, to be honest. Because one's on the road, and then you have to turn around and play your biggest rival, who's trying to salvage their season. Milroe going way downfield, has a wide open receiver. It's going to be incomplete, just out of the hands of Caleb Odom. So Caleb Odom, it would have been a 45, 55-yard touchdown pass. Let's see what happens on the replay. He was wide open. Milroe lets it go, and he's just, you know what? He caught it, but by the time he hit the ground, the ball popped out. Good effort. I like the ball placement. Hell of an effort, honestly. Caleb Odom literally laid completely out for that. All right, it's a handoff up the middle. It's going to get about 5 yards. That would have been a hell of a snag. Again, if you want to watch the game, it's on ESPN+. I appreciate you guys being here. What do you guys think about Caleb Odom? What that tells me right there, them going to Caleb Odom early, they're trying to take care of him. They're trying to get him fed. Let's face it. He's not happy about not getting production. That was clearly like, hey, we want to feed you. We want to feature you in this offense, 100%. 3 wide receivers up top, Justice Haynes in the back. 3rd and 4 for Alabama. Man, I hope he stays too. You're going to lose receivers. Another quarterback keeper by Milroe, and he's hit and he fumbles. I would imagine that he's already down. I don't get why they're so dead set on running Jalen Milroe. Like, there's no need to run Jalen Milroe right now. Like, the running backs need to be getting the football. This is a fumble, and Mercer's going to get the ball back. Why? Let me ask you. Don't you think the running backs should be getting the football? Why are these designed runs with Milroe? And they're doing a video review on this fumble. They stripped it out of Milroe, but if you're a running back, why are you not giving the ball to Jam or Justice in a game like this? I think he might be down. I think he's down. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I don't know. I think it came out at the same time. You know what? For the play call, give the football back to Mercer. I don't like the play call. Do you see what I'm saying? Randy, thank you, man. Like, in a game like this, why the design runs with the quarterback? Is that a fumble, yes or no? Is the pizza here?
I think they're calling.
Oh, they're calling. We got pizza coming. Why are you, sorry, that upsets me. I just think that, I hear Mr. Brightside playing for, dude, I haven't even, no, it's not Hungry House today. Adam, we're in Clayton, New Mexico, so I don't even know the pizza place that we ordered from. What's up, man? I would love for it to be Pizza Hut. Remember the old Pizza Huts where you would roll through Pizza Hut? And they had like a buffet. It was kind of like a buffet. It was a heat table with the pizza, right? And they had like the salad bar. And they had like a video game back in the corner. Does anybody still have a Pizza Hut? Like,
The address took him to the middle of the road.
so it's a first down, Alabama. The play's reverse. Here comes Alabama back on the field. They say that his knee was down. Yeah, I mean, let's see what happens here. I mean, keeping the ball on the ground, I want them to do that. But again, the running backs. Anyways, first down, Alabama following, what was that run by Jalen? Like a 12-yard, 13-yard run? Here comes Milrow. It's 1st and 10 for Alabama. 6:38 left. Alabama's up 7-0. There we go. That's a little pitch out. And there's a penalty. There's a pitch out to Haynes. And it's going to be against Alabama.
That is, yeah, holding.
It's going to be holding. Does it say who it's on?
Alabama and 10-yard penalty on Caleb Proctor.
Caden Proctor, so your left tackle, called for holding. These are the things that hurt drives, right? The fumble, the penalties. And you know, you want in a game like this execution. You don't want these games to become sticky to where it's like a 7-0. Here's Milrow back to pass, dumps it out. Nice throw to Ryan Williams for about 17 yards. 2nd down and 3. We got the pizzas here. Pizza's up in the house. 2nd and 3. Jam Miller getting about 7 and a first down. We'll show you the pizza here in a second. See? Oh, it was Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
I don't know. They were asking. Oh, these are the breadsticks.
Those are
Okay, we got breadsticks.
an onion on the mushroom.
What pizza is this? Oh, snap. Damn. Okay, Jalen Murrow on a pitch out. Pizza just caught in. Jam Miller puts his head down. Look at this.
Oh, that's the stuffed crust.
This is the stuffed crust.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. We might be eating pizza together on here. Okay.
And then that's the thin crust.
This is I love some thin crust. You know what? Kind of feel like a Supreme.
Well,
This is pretty close to it.
that's supreme-ish.
All right. The pizza's here. Jalen Murrow, 2nd and 9. You got Jeremy Bernard in motion. Little dump out to CJ Dupree using the tight ends. Alabama now inside the red zone after a nice pickup, probably, 15 yards. What's Jalen Murrow passing? So Milrow passing. Yeah, that's fine. Milrow right now on the game is 3 of 4 for 35 yards. Ryan Williams has 1 for 17. CJ Dupree has 1 for 11. Make that 2 for Ryan Williams. Milrow, receivers in action. Little dump off to Ryan Williams. He's going to get to the outside. He is so fast. Another touchdown by Hollywood. We should have bought the 4+2 hat here.
I know. The one game I don't
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yo, he's so fast. He's just honestly, he is so fast. The toppings, Neil. Oh, it was just so we had 2 pizzas. Ryan Williams scores. This is the pizza, fam. This is what we went with. This is a thin crust, and then we just got the pepperoni. We got the kids too, so I was feeling a little supreme-ish. So it is 14-0. Hollywood has now scored 1 on the ground, 29 yards, and 1 through the air. How many? So Ryan Williams has 2 receptions for how many yards?
for 31.
31 yards receiving and 29 yards rushing. He has 2 touchdowns. You guys say his age inside the comment box. Does anybody know his birthday? How about this? Here's our trivia question. I think you could put it. You could put it in the comment box.
Okay.
Does anybody know, without looking, Ryan Williams' birthday? We're gonna be so cooked and sad when Ryan turns 18. What are we gonna say?
I know.
Right?
We need a party.
So here, I guess he'll leave before he's 21, right?
Yeah.
I missed that block, Wolfgar. I'll check it out. February. What's up, James?
Someone says 2907.
Okay. All right. I guess that's his actual when he was born. Oh, so someone said April. I think it's February 9th.
Let's see.
Hey, okay, I have a question. Do you think, yes or no, that Jeremy Bernard goes pro? Yes or no, do you think that Jeremy Bernard goes pro? So it looks like February 9th is the
I'm looking it up. Yeah, February 9th, 2007.
February 9th, okay. Okay, so T, could you ask, please, maybe in a poll, does Jeremy Bernard go to the NFL? Yes or no? You know, I think that I'm going to say that he is. I don't know. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no, and you know what's going to happen? If he does come back, you're going to get transfers. And look, don't transfers happen. So what we're going to do, because I'm not on my like fancy system. So when I think what we're going to do is when I put the coffee cup like this, can you see the coffee cup? Can you see it?
It's a little delayed. Yeah, okay.
When you put the coffee cup up, that means I'm on a small commercial break. It means I'm eating a piece of pizza. So I'm going to mute it. Coffee cup up means commercial break. Can you type that out? I'm gonna be right back in 2 seconds. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That pizza is really good. And I'm not gonna lie either. I'm here with family, okay? So I had some fun last night. I let my hair down a little bit. I was with my cousins. I had a really good time. I hadn't seen them in a long time. You know, I don't see family often. So did I have some adult beverages? Yes. I drank responsibly. It was fun. You know, I'd love to see my cousins. In the first quarter, we have 3:55 to go before the second quarter. It's 14-0. Ryan Williams has scored 2 touchdowns. I had the champs over here, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, sometimes I'll if the kids roll through, they'll say what's up. You know, and again, this is going to be an additional stats that we track. The last 8 quarters, Alabama has allowed just 1 touchdown, which is a stat that really stands out to me because we want to see how are you playing at this point in time. I get it, it's Mercer, but how are you executing, right? Mercer has a football. It is 2nd and 9. God bless, man. Whoever's coming off the edge is completely flying. Running back gets away. He kind of switches direction. He's able to get a gain of about 15 yards. But whoever was flying off the edge, it might have been, I want to say Yanzi Pierre. I think so. Let's see who. Yeah, that was so. Oh my goodness. So Yanzi Pierre, who's now getting playing time because Keanu Coat is suspended. He misses the tackle, and the running back, it was a hell of an effort, but the running back was able to change directions and get upfield for a gain of about 15 yards. Mercer trying to get something going. There's 3:22 in the first quarter. Mercer back to pass, going deep, connects with the wide receiver, really good play, and they're across the 50 now. Really nice throw and catch by Mercer. I like that. From what I read, this quarterback is pretty. They've played 3 quarterbacks this season. This quarterback, pretty talented. That was a tight window that he threw the ball in.
What's his name? Neubauer?
I think, yeah, he's pretty good. See, what are they saying on the poll? Jeremy Bernard, does he go pro, yes or no?
They're so split. 51% says yes.
I know that. I think that's a tough question. That's probably one of the tough questions we've asked. Okay. Looks like a penalty on Mercer.
Yeah, false start
And here's the thing,
on Everson.
okay, what I want you guys to do now, while we're talking wide receivers, and please vote in that poll, let's play this game. List a wide receiver that you are excited about seeing for next year. Adam, what's up, man? I appreciate it. Thank you. And why you do that, Adam is asking with the 20 super chat, which I really appreciate. Do you think that Milroe goes in the first or second round? You know, I've been tracking now draft models because it's that time, right? We're just starting to talk about that. Mercer back to pass. It'll dump out on a misdirection completion for about 2 yards. From what I have seen mock drafts have Milroe in the first round. For example, I think it was Bleacher Report and another source that had Milroe going in the first round to I think the Raiders. One of them had him going to the Giants. Me personally, I think that if Milroe continues to win football games here at Alabama and doesn't have like something catastrophic happen, like Carson Beck. Like Carson Beck is tanking. His NFL draft is like, his stock is absolutely tanking, 100%. And I think if Milroe continues to have a really good season, pretty much like this steady level of play, combined with a solid NFL combine showing, which he's going to have. I mean, let's face it. The guy gets out here, he finishes with a pretty good stock, then he goes to the NFL combine, right? He's going to show out. The guy is going to test off the charts, right? So then you have that. Yeah, I think he goes in the first round for sure. Yeah. And because he's going to test high, and then depending on what happens with the season, and his stock right now is on the rise. I mean, he was just clocked at running 22.9, right? So if he continues, let's just call it a steady level of play, right? Here comes pressure from Alabama. It is going to be intercepted. That was a brilliant play. Alabama is able to get a hand on the ball coming out of the quarterback's hand, and Quay Russo honestly kind of just reached back and pulled the ball in as he was falling back. Like the athleticism of these guys. And that's why, look, you don't want guys to get hurt. We don't even have a turnover chain.
Who is that, Lawson?
No, that was Quay Russo, yeah. So, who tipped it?
Lawson.
So Deontay Lawson tipped it. But the play of this guy, look, so there was pressure coming from the interior. The pass is batted, and Quay's able to make this ridiculous interception. So you have depth at that wolf position, right? Q-Rob's out, but Quay's been having he might be getting a game ball after this first quarter. Damn, this guy has 13 interceptions this season? Yikes.
That's crazy.
Wow, maybe that's why they can't run the ball. Alabama's completely stuffed in the backfield. But I seen Yanzi Pierre play. And, Quay's been having a great season. You know what? This is the crazy thing about Quay. Quay is just a redshirt freshman. He's a redshirt freshman. Same as Yanzi Pierre.
Damn, Arkansas is giving Texas a run for their money.
What's that score?
13-10 Texas.
13-10 Texas is leading Arkansas.
10 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Oh my goodness. That's wild. Sam Pittman's a hell of a coach. T, please keep me posted on that. Wait, was somebody inside the comment box also keep us posted on that Arkansas and Tennessee game? Updates, like if you want to type them in, I appreciate that. End of the first quarter here. Alabama 14, Mercer 0. Texas just scored. It is 20-10 now. Okay, so as I was saying, we're on a commercial break. It's 14-0. T, if you could type in 14-0 into the first quarter. So this is my question to you. Can you please post which wide receivers you're excited to see for next season? Which wide receivers are you excited to see for next season? I'm gonna take a quick coffee cup out means I'm on a commercial break. It basically means I'm eating a slice of pizza. I'll be right back. What's up, fam? Yeah, T brought up an interesting point regarding the streaming time. So, for example, let's see if this works, T. Test. Yeah, you can just say what's up. You can say hi
Can you
to
guys
me.
hear me?
Yes.
Hello, everyone.
It'll just be fine like
Okay.
that. You don't have to. But T, what were you saying about the timing?
So I think it depends on where you are in the country geographically. I think we're probably a play ahead of you guys, right, or some of you guys right now because we're out in the West.
I know. So when we're in Alabama, in Tuscaloosa, it seems like we are behind a lot of the times, and we have Comcast, Hulu. I think we have YouTube TV, and that's what we've been rolling with. You know what's so? This is a pro tip. If you are on, oh, I love the crushed pepper and the parm cheese. Right now, I'm not putting anything on because this is like wartime. I'm like, working and like eating. So if you're on YouTube TV, this is a pro tip. You got to go to your settings at the bottom of the screen and make sure you take off the delay. There's a delay set on YouTube so you don't see buffering. So take that off and you'll be caught up to speed. So those first like 5 games that we streamed, we were like 15 minutes behind.
And I don't know if it has anything to do with their streaming on a computer today rather than.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So we're back on offense. And Josh Cuevas, literally, he catches a pass and absolutely gets buried by a Mercer defender. He's been a quality pickup too, Josh Cuevas. He doesn't get featured the football a lot, but watch, if I just, was ahead of you on that hit, Josh Cuevas just got absolutely tanked. Kyle, do a split screen with multi-games. Yeah, so usually when I watch games, I have 4 games going on, but not for Alabama. So I don't even know what other games are on right now. So first down by Alabama, the second quarter just started. I got 82 of you guys up in here. I appreciate you guys. Let's see. There Go A is saying Colorado would beat Alabama. No, there's a scenario. Well, first of all, I don't agree with that, but I appreciate the comments. I'd love to talk about that. There's a scenario where if Colorado is able to win out, they got Utah, they got Kansas, they have Milroe back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. He's going to run. Milroe makes a defender miss, and he's going to pick up 12. If Colorado wins their next 3 games, and let's say they beat BYU, they're going to get a top 4 seed in the playoffs. Let's say Alabama finishes out strong and they don't make the SEC championship game. Let's say they're ranked 5. Well, the 5, if they beat number 12, which would be the group of 5, Boise State, they would match up with Colorado in Boulder. So, I mean, those 2 teams could play. Handoff to Justice Haynes goes for about 2 yards. There is a scenario where Colorado and Alabama could play. Now, all of it is kind of rat poison because the 2 teams, I think, are beatable still, right? I mean, Alabama has showed signs throughout the season that you can beat them. Shoot, they've lost 2 games. And Colorado too, right? So if we get to that point in time, I would love to see Colorado and Alabama play. I think the ratings would be absolutely amazing. No, I'm not going to. I don't go to any of the games. I just report like on the games as they're happening. Milroe back to pass, a deep and a wide open Robbie Oots. Robbie Oots for the score. Oh my goodness, Robbie Oots wide open. Man, that is amazing. So Jalen Milroe found a wide open Robbie Oots. Yo, thumbs up. So, type in inside the comment box 45 for Robbie Oots. All right. Well, Robbie Oots is 45 and he caught a 44-yard reception. It would have been amazing if it was 45. You know, Robbie Oots, incredible H-back. So an H-back is a tight end that's, you know, kind of like an extra offensive lineman, if you will. He's about 270 pounds. He was wide open on this well-designed play. Milroe hits him in stride, and Robbie Oots gets into the end zone. Robbie Oots, one of my favorite players, has just the mustache. Yo, 45 for Robbie Oots. So it was a 45-yard touchdown pass. Okay, now a little bit of rat poison talk, okay? All right, T, oh man, what a beautiful, good for Robbie Oots.
Oh, he is here, Robbie Oots for Heisman.
Yeah. So Robbie Oots for Heisman was at the airport the same time we were at the airport. Mm-hmm. Robbie Oots for Heisman. There's your Heisman play. Mm-hmm. All right. So, okay, little rat poison talk here. If Ty Simpson gets in this game, he's going to. I want to see him work the offense. I really do. I don't care. It's probably going to get really ugly soon. 28-0, 35. I wouldn't call it even disrespectful, like running the score up. I think it is important. Let's ask this and change the poll question. Great poll, by the way. Thanks for voting. Do you think it's important for Ty Simpson to work the offense this game? Here's why, okay? I think you have to be strategic. Listen to what I'm going to say here. You have to be strategic right now, if you're Kalen DeBoer, in my opinion, to showcase the players on the roster what type of a quarterback is going to lead this team next year. Because we are getting to a point in time on the calendar where the transfer portal is on the horizon. And I think the players want to know, what is the offense going to look like next year? What does my quarterback look like? Now, I get it. No, damn. Keelan Russell is that guy. And you also have Austin Mack. I would imagine, Dylan Lonergan, who knows what happens with him. But I think it's important that the players understand, what does the offense look like next year? Just a little taste. And let him really run it. I'm talking like, let him air it out, short intermediate passes, let him run the ball himself. I think is really important here. And because I think what's going to happen too is you start to have, I don't know if this still exists, I would imagine it does, but like tampering. So other schools are gonna be like, hey, you're not gonna be featured in this offense, blah, 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 right? And I think about this too. I brought this up the other day on the show. If Alabama wants to win a national title, they have to win. Without making the SEC championship game, they would have to play 7 games in a row from here on out, right? Or win 7 games consecutively. So who knows? It's a gauntlet of a year. You have to have your backups ready. And to be honest, Ty Simpson, in my opinion, just has not had enough opportunities yet to make me feel confident in him leading this Alabama offense, should he have to at some point in time, right? So I think there's a lot of different reasons. We're even buffering right now on our stream. I'm not sure why. We've been getting a clean stream this whole time. What is the poll? What are we saying inside the comment box?
94% yes.
Yeah, 94% yes. Yeah, and for the reasons I said, not to create any sort of back end, quarterback deal or whatever. And look, I was on record saying that at one point I felt that Alabama needed to kind of reboot at the quarterback position, just because I felt like Jalen Milroe got in that weird slump, and he got out of it clearly. But you get what I'm saying. All right, back in action. It is the second quarter. There's 12:34. Mercer is on offense. It is 21-0. Robbie Oots has a touchdown catch. Ryan Williams has 2 touchdowns, 1 through the air, 1 on the ground. I haven't even had a chance to look at other scores.
Still 20 to 10 Texas.
20-10. Texas is on top of Arkansas. I would imagine that game's at the later part, right?
Yeah, there's 6:55 left in the fourth quarter. Clemson is up 17-7 against Pittsburgh.
Clemson is beating Pittsburgh. That's an interesting match. We've been following Pittsburgh a little bit this year because of Eli Holsting. 21-0 here. Alabama's leading. 11:40 in the second quarter. Mercer's trying to get something going. They're facing a third down right now. Neubauer, their quarterback, has thrown 13 interceptions now this season, threw an interception in this game. Alabama's created 2 turnovers. Did you know this? Alabama's defense, and let's continue to hit on this because this is such a great point. Alabama's defense, in terms of turnovers, is top 5 in the country. So you see this team create a ton of turnovers in a variety of ways. They already have an interception. They have a forced fumble that was by Damani Jackson. So, I mean, oh my goodness, that was a nice, I thought Jalen Mbakwe was going to stick him right there. Gets a first down. Mercer moves the chains on a 3rd and 3. But that's one of the things that I keep seeing. Like the turnovers are prevalent for this team. They can create turnovers frequently, which is a sign you're going to win games when you get turnovers, period. And I think Alabama, for the most part, has been on the winning side of the turnover edge for the entire season. 1st and 10 for Mercer. 10:33 in the second quarter. Watching on ESPN Plus. It's a run by Mercer. Up to the side, is going to get about 5 before being pushed out of bounds by, looks like that was Red Morgan. What does the poll say, T?
95% say yes.
95% say yes. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think that's kind of a loaded question too. I get it. I mean, do you want to see the backup work the offense? Yeah, but like I said, I think it's important to really let him run it at full go. None of this kind of handcuff stuff, because the guy's been handcuffed, let's face it. Talk about a dude with patience is Ty Simpson. That guy's never gone to social media. He's never talked about it. Screenplay by Mercer. Really good wrap-up by Jahad Campbell and Malachi Moore. So it's going to be, I guess, a 2nd and 4. Yo, Pizza Hut's delicious.
For real.
Pizza Hut.
I haven't had it in forever.
I hadn't either.
It's kind of our only option here. But
Oh, so they're saying Mel Kiper has Jahad Campbell as number 16. No, Kyle Henderson has him as 15. I've been saying this for a long time. I would even have him a little bit higher. Dallas Turner, he was slept on, I felt, in last year's draft. The Vikings had an absolute score. 3rd and 3 for Mercer. This is where we want to see that execution, right? Back to pass. Mercer is going to be flushed out. Quarterback throws it. It's complete. It's going to be a 1st down and more. The ball comes out, and it's Xavier Brown who has the ball. He's going the other way. He's got blockers. He's got a blocker. Bowers is down, and Xavier Brown is going to return the fumble for a touchdown. Now, there's a penalty on the play. There's a lot going on here. All right, so everyone who's wearing number 2, I guess, is going to score a touchdown today. Ryan Williams, Xavier Brown. There was a flag on the play before it even got going. I think it would have been a holding. So it was a holding call, turned into a long run, and then the guy fumbles. Let's see what they call. And then Xavier Brown had blockers. Was that a face mask on Jihad? I don't know what.
But I don't have it yet.
21-0. That was crazy.
Probably the most receiving stats I've seen.
What is Milrow? Let's see. Hold on.
Not like-
Hold on. Holding.
Number 70.
All right, so it was a fumble. So it was a hold on Mercer. And obviously it was declined.
100-yard touchdown.
And it's going to be a touchdown. And the fumble recovery is going to be by Xavier Brown. How long was it?
100 yards.
No, he wasn't. I don't think he was in the end zone. No, it's going to be a 60-yard fumble recovery. I think Stat Broadcast might have messed up. But it's a 60-yard fumble because everyone who wears number 2 on Alabama's team has scored a touchdown. Ryan Williams has scored twice. Xavier Brown has now scored once. And Robbie Oates caught a touchdown pass. It is 28-0, 8:45. That was a crazy play. He had blockers downfield, and that's a true. Think about this too. If you were wondering about kind of the future of Alabama, what is it going to look like? You know, this is a Coach Saban team. You know, most of the guys Coach Saban recruited. What is it going to look like? You're seeing it now. Like Ryan Williams, Xavier Brown, Jalen Mbakwe's out there. Like, this is the future. $28-0 is a score.
I think the kids want to stop by for a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. All right, take a quick commercial break. I'll be right back. T, could you type in the score? It is 28-0, 8:45 to go in the second quarter. Alabama absolutely rolling. All right, fam, what's up? We are back. Let's see, I think we might have to be on a, I'm even having to buffer over here on this side, so not as bad as last night for that stupid boxing match. Alabama with a 28-0 lead. Mercer back on offense. Let me ask you a question. Who's a tougher opponent for Alabama in these next two games, Oklahoma or Auburn? Type O for Oklahoma, type A for Auburn. So going forward, in these next two games, who's a tougher opponent? And you can comment as many times as possible. Bauer's back to pass, completed. It's 28-0. I think that, and tell me why. Why do you think that, is it mostly, and tell me, for whatever your choice now, tell me Oklahoma on the road, Auburn, Hugh Freeze. Like, why do you think that that game's going to be more challenging? 7:35 in the second quarter, 28-0, handoff by Mercer. It's going to be a gain about 8. To be honest, I think the Auburn game, I just think because of the rivalry, because of Hugh Freeze, I get it, all the stuff about Hugh Freeze. I just think for that game, he will risk this entire season to just salvage his career by winning that game against, think about it, he could save his season. He could save his livelihood by beating Alabama. And let me ask you this. Who are the top 3 freshmen? Who are the top 3 freshmen on Alabama's football team right now? Top 3. You already know the first one. I think for me, it's 28-0. There's 6 minutes before halftime. Mercer's on offense. So who are the top 3 freshmen? Mercer's coach looks pissed. He's been pissed the whole game. Handoff by Mercer across the 50. 6 minutes before halftime. Nil is saying Hollywood, Mbakwe, and Caleb Odom. Ooh, I like that. I think I would go Williams, Xavier Brown. And then I don't know. I'd have to think about it a little bit from here. I'd either go Caleb Odom. No, you know who I probably put as a third is Jalen Mbakwe. C-Dub, Bray is a redshirt freshman, but yeah, I mean, he's another guy that's playing really well in a first-year type role, for sure. Ooh, Richard Young.
Yeah.
You know, I think Richard Young he's a redshirt freshman, right? Because I think it was Daniel Hill and Kevin Riley that are the freshmen. 28-0. Yeah, James, I think when and you have a lot of freshmen playing too this year, a ton, right? But those are kind of like the 3 that stand out to me. I just thought, interesting question to think about. Hey, Kings React, I appreciate you being here, man. Thank you so much. Bill F. and Murray saying, I promise you, Oklahoma will play their best game against us. And I think you're right. I think the teams next in line have pride in performance based on the fact that you are playing Alabama. You can, let's face it, Oklahoma, season off the rails, Auburn, disaster. Not so much recruiting, but you get what I'm saying. And that's the other thing. That's the other reason that Auburn wants to beat Alabama so bad is the recruiting. Because if you can beat Alabama on the field, because right now you really can't say that if you're Hugh Freeze. You can pay these players whatever you want. I mean, because he pretty much has an open checkbook by Yellowwood, right? Like if you're Hugh Freeze, you're winning recruiting. You can let's face it, like they're doing a great job. They're out recruiting Alabama for the in-state kids. Okay, that's fine, and they're getting guys because they have an open checkbook. But the one thing that Auburn can't say right now is that they can't say that they're beating Alabama in terms of head-to-head. We're on a commercial break. But if you're able to beat Alabama on that back end, then you can say, hey, we beat Alabama. We're beating them for in-state recruits. We have an open checkbook. You see what I'm saying? Plus, Alabama would be knocked out of the playoffs. So much at stake in these next two games. That's why it's so important to kind of take care of business here at halftime and maybe turn the keys over to some of the additional players on the squad so you can keep them healthy. Because the season is, I mean, you still have, in my mind, they're still going to play 7 games. Stars, what's going on? Bill, I appreciate you, man. James. Yeah, so Quay is a redshirt freshman. So you have look, Alabama's team is ultra young too. Back on offense, Mercer throws an incompletion. I mean, and that's what I was talking about, and that's why I asked the question earlier about Jeremy Bernard. Because I think a lot of people feel that he's a senior. How about this? Who are your top 3 players on defense? Top 3 players on defense. Sound off inside the comment box. Milroe still getting loose. There's 5:30 before halftime. Ryan Williams buckling it up, the chin strap. Mercer's at the 50. Here comes pressure from Jahad Campbell. Oh my goodness. Jahad, there's your number 1 player on defense. The level, Jahad Campbell is like this. His stock is like soaring through. When they, look at him. They could probably do that same play every single time on defense. Oh my goodness, I mean, he's fast. He's got speed, he got size. It's 4th and 21. Honest Dave, man. What's up, man? Appreciate you being here.
Everyone's welcome.
Jarvis says, Damani Jackson, Jahad Campbell, LT Overton. Damn, LT Overton. Jeez. Ryan Williams returning punts. How do you guys feel about, yes or no, Ryan Williams returning punts right now? Yes, thumbs up, thumbs down for Ryan Williams returning punts. Look, they've been, you know what's, I love when they start, because I've been talking, I'm so happy to see this, Jahad Campbell. I've been talking about it for a long time. I mean, my platform, obviously not as big as ESPN's, but it's good because I want good things for him. Absolute baller. Thumbs up, thumbs down for Ryan, a lot of thumbs down. Pass out to Jeremy Bernard. Oh man, for Ryan Williams, I'm saying no for returning punts in a game like this. There is zero need to give him, that was an inaccurate pass by Milroe. 4:14 before halftime, it's 28-0. There's really zero reason other than just like letting him want to play, on a punt returner. Let's be honest. After Milroe, Ryan Williams is the most important player on this team in terms of the offense, right? That's the truth. I mean, in a game like this, returning a punt, I'm looking at, we still have, I'm limiting like punt returns, but in big games, I want Ryan Williams returning punts. Incompletion by Milroe, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 4. He's been a little bit inaccurate this last drive, but that touchdown pass that he threw, it's actually going to be that's going to turn into a 4th down. So it's 4th and 4, Alabama will punt. Okay, how about this one? How do you feel? Hey, what's up? We have, how would you say, Cardus coming from us from Salt Lake? That's what's up.
Carners.
Yeah, Taylor is saying that was a terrible series. 100%. That series, what the hell was that all about? And Milrow was inaccurate. It was some weird passing, whatever. It's 28-0. How do you guys feel? That was a weird punt. How do you feel about Graham Nicholson?
Obsessed? Is that what this is?
Yeah. No. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, this coffee cup came from the Airbnb. So I'm asking about the kicker, Graham Nicholson. You know what? I think honestly, they're like low key trying to like hide him because he's a little bit sus. Look, I'm sure he's a fine individual, perfect model, but like he makes me nervous. He gives me kind of those like kicking, scares. And he's no Will Reichert. Will Reichert's he had a tough day at the ballpark the other day at the NFL. I think he missed like 2 kicks. But here he was money. 325. Yeah, he's a little sus. All right, back to pass. Mercer at the 50. It's going to be a completion for a first down. I want to keep this low scoring defense. You know what I'm saying? I would love to say at the end of this game, Alabama has allowed, 1 touchdown in 12 quarters. No, Star Wars. I thought you said that it was said blessed, and then I looked at it and I thought it said blessed too, like so blessed. But I think it says obsessed. But I thought it said blessed too. Someone needs to give a walk on to this kid who kicked the perfect. Yo, I saw that. We just saw that on College Game Day. That kid absolutely booted it for sure. Yeah, obsessed. I thought it said blessed too because, yeah. Man, look at that old school camera. Man, Chris from New Jersey, what's up, man? All right, 2 minutes. We're going to hit the 2-minute warning here. This will be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Bowers back to pass. Wow, what an effort by the wide receiver. Did he catch that?
Yep.
Oh my God, this wide receiver just hauled in, I don't know, a 45-yard touchdown pass. He literally one-armed it. This 52-yard score by Mercer. Yo, I'm not even, look, that was a hell of a play. The guy caught it like this. Just wait. Or maybe you saw it.
No, but it's 31 yards. There's something's going on with him today.
Oh, 31 yards. Yeah, I was like, how was that 52 yards? All right, it's the stat broadcast off. It was 31. Whatever it was a hell of a play. And Mercer's running the swinging gate, kicking. All right, 28-7. Let's see the replay on that. That was dirty. And who was he going up against? Neubauer throws the ball. Here's the replay. Damn, what a oh my, you can't do anything about that. That was on Bray Hubbard and Deshaun, probably more on Deshaun Jones. Look, I'm not even going to get mad about that. Jamie, what's up, man? Is that a Wake Forest transfer? No. Yeah, Deshaun Jones is the transfer from Wake. Look, I'm not going to be mad about that pass defense, honestly, because that ball, that was crazy. The pass I felt was overthrown, but the guy just went up and made a hell of a play. Yo, thumbs up for that play. I mean, that was a good play by the kid. Like, in terms of the effort, you can't do anything about that. Damn, honestly, that might be one of the better catches we've seen this season. That was crazy. Shoot. That was on Deshaun Jones, but I'm not gonna like after the game when we do our instant reaction or whatever we do. I'm not gonna call him out on that because, Bill. No, but that catch was dirty, dude. That was, I mean. So it is 28-7. There's, I mean, I think there's like a minute. How much? What time? How much time there is?
There is a minute 58.
A minute 58. All right. So what we'll do for halftime, we'll go over some scores. We'll take a little break. I need to charge the phone and do a little Q&A on here as well. And I think this is a really good question. Do we post it in a? Can we post this in the poll format? What I would like to do, and this is what I think we'll talk about too at halftime. If you could post a poll, team.
Yeah, let me go into my chat.
What I want to ask is kind of going off Alabama's next two games, right? In terms of which team will be more challenging, Auburn or Oklahoma. I asked that question earlier. T will post it inside the comment box. And the question is, which team will present a tougher challenge, Oklahoma or Auburn? Hey, Mike G, what's up, man? Mike from Austin up in the chat. That's what's up. He just had some Chipotle. You go for the bowl or you go for the huge burrito? You know what I learned at Chipotle? I learned about that, the Tabasco sauce. That is Chipotle. Have you had this? Lost audio? Test. No, I should be good. Yeah, T, can you check? And we're on a commercial break here, and then we'll be close to halftime, and then we'll do a little halftime show. Not like a dance or anything like that, but we will go for scores from around the country. But no like presentation by me or T. All right. 158. Let's see what Alabama can do on offense. This catch is seriously, honestly, this catch. What a catch that kid made. Yo. What's the poll saying?
52% Auburn.
Wow, so okay.
It's pretty split.
You know, and Javion, what's up, man? I see you inside the comment box. Jarvis is saying on the road just be a little bit tougher. Doing good, man. Doing good. Look, I think in a game, these next couple of games, I'm kind of leaning towards Auburn. Here's a Milroe back to pass, rolls out. He's going way deep downfield, a wobbly ball, but it's complete to Jeremy Bernard for a long gain.
Hey, that was.
How many yards what does Milroe have right now passing?
Milroe has 158.
158.
9 of 12.
Okay. 9 of 12 for 158. Yeah, I guess that ball had a little bit of wobble on it. Whatever, it was an accurate pass. So 148, Alabama trying to get down the field and put another touchdown in before halftime. This is a run by Justice Haynes. At halftime, we'll take a look at some of the games. We'll talk about some games that are happening tonight. Tennessee and Georgia, of course, the big one. I don't necessarily see it as a big one. I don't. It's weird how I feel about that Tennessee and Georgia game. I feel that Georgia is the clear favorite, and I feel that Georgia beats Tennessee by more than 10 points. I don't know why I feel like this. And what's crazy is because Carson Beck has been playing like trash lately. All right, 110 left. It's a fake jet sweep. Jalen Milroe going deep downfield, and he overthrows Robbie Oots, who would have caught another, I don't know, a 30-yard touchdown. Yo, so Robbie Oots is like a downfield weapon. You know, I think Georgia's favored by like 4.5, right? Jarvis will hit us up. Jarvis, who's favored tonight? Tennessee or Georgia? Obviously Georgia, but by how much? I think it's like 4.5 or something like that. I got Georgia by +10. All right, 105, third down after an inaccurate pass by Milroe. Milroe looks to the line. It's going to be an audible.
Georgia 8.5.
Georgia's favored by 8.5 tonight. That's what I thought it would be. I'd take them over that.
Or Jarvis is saying 9.5.
Milrow back to pass. Milrow's hit. The ball is thrown incomplete. Intended for Emmanuel Henderson. The screen kind of cut out there. I think the pass just wasn't accurate. Let's see. He got pressure too. Damn, Geno Vandermark got eaten up. That right side of the offensive line is just a huge problem. Oh, here comes Graham Nicholson. Let's go. Come on. He's 4 of 6, 66. Let's see what he's got. Maybe get something for the Facebook team. Graham Nicholson money. Hey. All right. 31-7 after a field goal kick by Graham Nicholson. What was the yardage on that?
45.
A 45-yarder. Hey, not bad. Graham Nicholson puts it 31-7. Alabama is leading. And then we'll have a halftime Facebook post as well.
Yeah, I have it.
Okay, perfect. Look, I mean, if you want storylines for halftime, I get it. Sometimes these games, you know the outcome already, but I look to execution and things that kind of stood out to me so far. I do like within this first half, utilizing Ryan Williams on that jet sweep. I think that's terrifying if you're opposing defenses. Ryan Williams also caught a touchdown pass. I love the addition of using Robbie Oots. I think in a game like this, you are adding Robbie Oots probably to even help out his draft stock down the road. They went deep to Caleb Odom in the beginning, which I think this is important. They went after Caleb Odom with like a 45-yard pass. It was almost a touchdown. He caught it, but he hit the ground and he dropped it. But I think they're telling him that they want to feature him because we both know it looked like he was complaining on social media, whatever. He wants to be fed, and I think they're going. Look, can you imagine trying to feed all these guys on offense? Jahad Campbell has played like an absolute beast. I don't even know. We'll check how many tackles he has on the halftime break. He's been everywhere. Alabama continues to create turnovers, right? Xavier Brown with the long fumble recovery. Damani Jackson with a forced fumble. And then Deontay Lawson got to the quarterback, and Quay has an interception. So 3 turnovers created by Alabama's swarm defense. Continues to be a team that creates turnovers. You have 50 seconds before halftime. It is 31-7. Milrow has completed, he's thrown 2 touchdowns, right? Ryan Williams has a rushing touchdown, and Xavier Brown has a touchdown on a fumble recovery. Jahad Campbell, 79 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, 4 sacks this season. I think he's trailing by half a sack on Q-Rob for being the leader of the team. Today he already has 7 tackles in this game, right? Man, just Jahad Campbell. You look to players that are the most important. Jalen Milrow, Jahad Campbell, Ryan Williams. He's up there with those guys. And it's going to be halftime. All right, so see if you can slide your computer over this way. Appreciate it. What we'll do is I'll scoot all this back, and then we'll do a quick halftime. Just so I can see if you could pull up the ESPN scores. I appreciate it. So it is 31-7. We're going to talk about some scores from around college football, some things that stood out in this game as well. I'll let you finish that Facebook post, T on halftime.
Sorry, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think, if you can bring the computer here. Yeah, it's halftime, fam. I appreciate you guys being here. What we'll do is we'll push that back. We'll push this. And then I think, since I'm not up in the grill, can you just put this a little bit more back? Hold on, guys. Thank you. There you go. All right. Yeah, that works. All right, so I'm going to bring up the ESPN scoreboard. This is at halftime. I appreciate you guys being here. Again, I'm not in my studio. I'm on travel right now. So let's go over a couple scores from around college football. So we knew that Colorado, they have to keep winning if they want to stay in the hunt for the Big 12. Well, they are currently beating Utah in the fourth quarter by a score of 42-24. Shadori Sanders has 340 yards passing in this game. Looks like Colorado will move to 8-2 and 6-1 in the Big 12. Now Clemson and Pittsburgh, they are tied in the ACC, right? With a score of 17-17. That's an interesting game because we're tracking who is going to be in the ACC championship game. Is it going to be SMU? Is it going to be Miami? Clemson and Pittsburgh, they are currently tied. You also have Mercer and Alabama right here that we're doing our watch along with. And when you look at the particulars, and I get it, this game isn't the sexiest game on paper, but here are the stat lines for Alabama taking on Mercer. Right now at this point in time, Jalen Milroe, 9 of 14 passing, 158 for 2 touchdowns. Milroe has 4 carries for 36 yards. Now, look, this is the interesting thing about this game. Well, I'm about to tell you right here, and I would love some feedback on this, okay? A game like this, look, this is Milroe's first touchdown passes since October 19th, okay? He's thrown 2 in this game. But if you're a running back on this team, it's hard to get the football, okay? Look, and how do you guys feel about this? Because this has been a question that we've talked about. Get this, in a game like this, Justice Haynes has 4 carries. Jam Miller has 4 carries. Is it because that Alabama can't run the football, or they just don't utilize the running backs within the schematic system? Something interesting to think about. Now, Jalen Milroe has connected with 9 different receivers for 158 yards. Robbie Oots has a touchdown catch, 1 for 44, and Ryan Williams has 2 receptions for 31 yards. Okay. Yeah, man. I think so. You're right, man, Brian. When you're talking about the running backs, right? Because, man, you think in a game like this, you kind of lean heavy on the running backs. It's not the case. They're still going to Jalen Milroe, right? In terms of these design quarterback runs. Now, when you look to, got the kids coming. You can come in. I got the kids are here. I got Caden. What's up, Caden? Okay. So Jahad Campbell on the defensive side of the ball, 9 tackles, 5 of them solos. Okay. Alabama's defense has forced 3 turnovers today, right? You have the interception and 2 forced fumbles. One which turned into a fumble for a touchdown by Xavier Brown. Okay, those are some scores from around the world of college football. So later on today, what we are going to be watching, you have Notre Dame, who is 8-1, taking on Virginia, right? You have SMU. This is an interesting one. SMU is taking on Boston College. Now, SMU, 8-1, 5-0 in the ACC, taking on Bill O'Brien. You have Stanford taking on Louisville, Florida taking on LSU. You have Missouri taking on South Carolina. You have Boise State, and we're watching them because the highest ranked group of 5 will get an automatic bid into the playoffs. Right now, that is Boise State out of the Mountain West. Other games taking place tonight, you have Oregon taking on Wisconsin, and the big one tonight is Tennessee taking on Georgia. Now, the play of Carson Beck has been trending downward. We've been talking about that. In fact, he has 17 touchdowns and 12 interceptions on the season. Georgia is favored in this game by 9.5 with the total points based at 46.5. Other games taking place tonight, you have my beloved New Mexico State Aggies taking on the Texas A&M Aggies. That game will be in College Station at Kyle Field. And let's see what other ones you have. You have tonight, you have undefeated BYU taking on Kansas. So a lot of good action going on today. Texas earlier beat Arkansas 20-10 in a game where Quinn Ewers threw for 176 yards and 2 touchdowns. And check this out. Now Tulane beat Navy by a score of 35-0. That's somewhat interesting. This is my brief halftime report. I get it. I'm not in the studio. I'm going to take a pause on here. I need to charge my phone. When the game starts again, we'll get back to broadcasting. So be patient. This is our halftime break. If you just popped in, joined in, we're just on break. Be right back right here on Bama Football on YouTube. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for rocking with me. Thanks for the super chats too. I really appreciate them earlier today. And we'll continue to roll. And of course, we will have Kalen DeBoer following this. We're gonna naturally upload it. It won't be on the stream, but we will have, of course, Kalen DeBoer after this game. Talk to you in just a few minutes right here on Bama Football on YouTube. All right, what's up, fam? I'm not on my microphone right now. I'm charging my phone, so I would imagine you could still hear me though. I'll put on the microphone when the game starts. We're on halftime right now. I appreciate you guys being here. What to watch for on this stream is we'll finish the watch along. We'll make some second half observations. Alabama right now leads 31-7 in this game. 2 touchdowns by Ryan Williams, a touchdown by Xavier Brown. Another touchdown by Robbie Oots. Jalen Milroe in this game has gone to the air a few times. Connected with Robbie Oots on a long touchdown pass. So I think it was 44 yards. So, here we are. I think at a continued pivotal point for Alabama, right? This is another rat poison type game. You're supposed to win this game. It's about execution, right? They lead 31-7. But our poll question is which team presents a tougher matchup for Alabama going forward, right? And that's Oklahoma and Auburn. I think honestly, it might be the same for each of the games, right? What does the poll say?
51% Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think each game presents its own challenges, and I think the two challenges are, one, how are you going to play? Hey, Lisa, what's going on? We appreciate you being here. How are you going to play on the road? Can you block out the noise? Because I would imagine maybe, depending on what happens against Tennessee and Georgia, I think Georgia beats Tennessee, to be honest. That would mean Alabama's going to once again move up in these college football rankings that don't mean anything right now. So can you block out the noise? Can you travel on the road once again and play? I think it's a tough environment. It's the SEC, right? What time's the game at against Oklahoma? Whatever time it will be, it's going to be challenging. Brett Venables, I get it. They haven't had the best season. I think it's going to be a challenging game. I really do. I mean, I'm not picking against Alabama in that game, but I think there's going to present challenges. 7:30. Yeah, see, that's tough. It's a tough time to play on the road. Alabama hasn't had a lot of night games this season. I mean, they did perform well just recently against LSU, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, 5:30 here, whatever.
And then I think against Auburn, I mean, there's a million reasons why that game's important, and a million reasons why that game could completely slide off the road. Hey, Ray, what's going on? Appreciate you. This coach, Hugh Freeze, he can coach. He's coached well against Alabama in the past. He's coached well against Nick Saban. They do tricky things. Last year, they ran for 244 yards. So I think each game is going to present challenges because the further along that we get, Alabama is going to continue to rise in these college football rankings, which, look, you lose and you're done. I mean, I think maybe you continue. You need style points still, right? But I think right now where Alabama is, I mean, they're at a very good point. And second half is getting ready to start here in just a second. I don't have my microphone turned on. I'm charging my phone. But I appreciate you guys rocking with us. Following this stream, we will have Coach Kalen DeBoer's press conference uploaded. The teams are about to get going. I'm going to turn up the volume so I can hear what they're saying on my side. I'll probably stay a little bit closer. We got Florida taking on. I guess we're muted over here. Is that why all right. I don't know what happened with the volume.
I had to refresh.
Yeah.
I don't think that should have affected it.
All right. So it looks like we are now getting into the third quarter of this game. Yeah, here's the remote. It's interesting because it's not, I don't know what happened to the sound. Give me 1 second, fam. And we're like streaming, the second half just kicked off, and you have a really good kickoff return by Kendrick Law. Oh, we muted it.
Jalen Milroe will start the second half.
And here comes Jalen Milroe, right, out onto the field. I was kind of wondering the same question the TV broadcast just asked. How long is Jalen Milroe going to be, in the game? 9 of 14, 158. When would you put Ty in? Honestly, maybe it doesn't matter. I mean, maybe they get one more touchdown. I don't know. Pitch out to Jam Miller. Jam Miller to the outside, gets about 12 yards. Good blocking downfield by Ryan Williams.
Ryan was blocking.
Yeah, Ryan Williams with the block. I've been saying, you got to get these running backs touches. I mean, that was Jam Miller's 5th carry, right? This is his 6th carry. He's gaining about 4 yards. So it's going to be 2nd and 4 for Alabama's offense. Here's Nick Sheridan. And I think everyone's approval rating is through the roof right now, right? Whether that be Sheridan, whether that be Kane Womack. I mean, they've only allowed 2 touchdowns now in the last 3 games. Pass outside complete to Ryan Williams. Yes or no, do you think that Ty Simpson throws a touchdown pass in this game? Yes or no, do you think that Ty Simpson throws a touchdown in this game? T, can you add that? Yes or no, Ty Simpson touchdown pass. Jalen Milroe back to pass, rolling out. He's going to run and picks up a first down. See, the thing about Milroe, I mean, out of all the quarterbacks we've watched, I mean, the wear and tear on this guy, I mean, he's such an incredible athlete. I mean, he could honestly probably run the football 20 to 25 times per game. He's first one in the weight room. That's another reason that I think, Adam, if you're still here, that he goes off the board in the first round is because of his durability. Let's face it. I mean, this guy has played every single game. Tough dude. Passes it down the field. Wide open to Jeremy Bernard. Jeremy Bernard's going to get about to the 20-yard line. Nice pass right there by Milroe. Yeah, I think you get him. I think you get one more touchdown, and then I think you go to Ty Simpson. That was a nice pass. And, you're always kind of wondering how the game plan is going to work out. But, who's been really quiet in the last, I guess this whole season. I thought we'd see more from Kobe Prentice, or them use Kobe Prentice more and Kendrick Law. But those guys are really second fiddle to, Jeremy Bernard and Ryan Williams. And it's hard to be upset about it. Those are the better wide receivers. And I think when you're looking at guys that, might go elsewhere or whatever, it's man, Kobe Prentice is based off the season that he had last year, I don't know. I mean, all those guys come back next year. Who knows? Jalen Milroe, 11:58 before the 4th quarter. Another handoff, little sidestep by Justice Haynes and almost into the end zone. Gets about to the 3-yard line. Justice Haynes, man, is that guy. I mean, he said, I really I love the running back room. I get it. We haven't seen a lot of Daniel Hill because, he's a freshman or whatever, flag on the play. Somehow, Caden Proctor has the football. But I love the running back room. I mean, geez, Jam Miller. Look at, I know.
He was like a head taller than everybody.
I mean, Jam Miller, Justice Haynes, Richard Young. I mean, I would have thought that Richard Young would have had a little bit more carries. And I keep telling myself, too. Is that here, could you take a picture of this, T? That's a touchdown by Caden Proctor. Can I see it? There you go. Wow. Caden Proctor has just scored his first touchdown.
That's crazy.
That is wild. The big man jumps on the ball, comes up with the ball in the end zone. Look at him. Oh my goodness. Did he? Yeah, he scored. I'm going to have to cut a video real quick because this is just unbelievable. How many times do you have a 6'7", 390-pound offensive tackle? The play's under review. Okay, so this is going to be fun. All right, so can you open it and get it? Can you get it as a vertical? And I'm going to do a YouTube short, I think, from your video, from your phone. Yo, so Caden Proctor has just scored a touchdown. The play's under review right now. Oh, the ruling on the field is a touchdown.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to do some live stuff right now. All right, so I'm going to use T's phone. We are going to get, let's see. We're going to, yeah, so let's see. I wanted to do a video real quick on Caden Proctor. Can you see if we can access that real quick? Caden Proctor has just scored a touchdown. Who would have thought that the big man would get into the end zone this season? Was that on your bingo card? Caden Proctor scoring a touchdown? All right, let's see if we can do this. All right. So Caden Proctor, 6'7". Didn't they say it was a touchdown?
Yeah, it says it. 7:37. 37:7.
Mm-hmm. Just like they planned it.
I guess they're watching it.
Hey, so T, this is the problem that we're running into. It says to record. Yeah, so can you?
Yeah.
All right, see if we can get that going. I want to do a quick video on that. That's crazy. This is a long review. All right. Okay, let's see if we can do this again. I'm just going to cut it and then we can just add it if not, okay? All right, so here we go. I'm doing a video live on video. Now we're doing a live video here. Caden Proctor, 6'7", 390 pounds, has just scored a touchdown for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Can I get a Roll Tide inside the comment box? All right, if you could just get that in there, appreciate it. And then what we'll do is we'll post that as well. Right here, and then crazy. I guess we're still on ruling on the field here. It's touchdown there. I mean, you know what they should do is if. Oh my God! You know what they should do? They should put Caden Proctor at running back and have him run into the end zone. I 100% would do that. I would put Caden Proctor at quarterback or something like that and just have him run it in. Oh man, wouldn't that be epic? They're gonna score right here and the running back's gonna get the glory. Oh man, they need to give this to Caden Proctor. Oh man, monster dude. That sucks. It's all good. All right, so Jalen Milroe is gonna be in the backfield, and Jam Miller, he gets a touchdown. Oh man. Oh, I wanted Caden Proctor to get in. Jam Miller with the touchdown. Okay, whatever. Caden Proctor's still dancing. That was his touchdown. All right. So it is now 38-7. 38-7, Bama on top. There's 11:15. Are they reviewing this again? Oh my God. They're reviewing this touchdown as well. Now I give it to Caden Proctor. Let's see. Was that a touchdown? Yes or no? God, this is so stupid. Oh my God. Give it to Proctor and let's get out of here. This is so stupid. I don't know. I'll be right back. It was not a touchdown. So another call they say is not in the end zone. So Alabama will now lead 31-7. And we're going back to the 1 yard line. Dude, like, what do you even say to this? This was seriously like 10 minutes. This is taking like 10 minutes. Okay, here we go. Jalen Milroe back at shotgun, hands it off, and he's stuffed. Oh my God. So they hand it off, he's stuffed. Now there's a penalty on the play. Let's see what the call is. A legal shift on Alabama. Taylor, dude, I completely agree. This drive, bro. I'm about to end the stream, dude, and just get out of here. Dude, this sucks, bro. I don't like doing this either. Trust me. This sucks. Oh my God, dude. This is so stupid. Why are you running pistol at the 1? You have a 235-pound quarterback at the 1 yard line. Now that's a design to Jalen Milroe to the outside. Now you have to use your quarterback. He's fine. He's in the end zone. Jalen Milroe on a designed run gets the outside, pushes the dude off him in the end zone. It was a 47-minute drive, and Alabama is able to score. We'll never get that time back. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Milroe runs it in. They are going to. Jalen Milroe is going to score like that. That's him. And I think that play right there is like when all else fails, it's just like Jalen Milroe getting into the end zone. Period. That's how dominating of a player is. 38-7, and Alabama is now leading. Here comes Jalen Milroe. Milroe gets to the outside and he just gets in the end zone. Do you think Ty Simpson comes in next? You get a picture of that? Watch, coming up. Do you see how he pushed that guy? Oh, they didn't show it. This dude like tried to like come up to Jalen and Jalen just got him, was like, oh my goodness. Ugh. All right. God, that was terrible. All right, I think I'm gonna put my mic back on. What?
Star Wars is asking, was Jalen limping the one?
No, that guy. It looked like it. You guys hear me? Test. It looked like Jalen. To be honest, it looked like Jalen was limping to me. But he's so durable that this guy, I don't worry about it at all. Like he's out of all the quarterbacks, you know who he is? He's the complete opposite of Tua in terms of his wear and tear. I'm serious. Like the complete opposite. His strength, like his health in NCAA football would be like 99. Ray, the channel is on, you gotta have, it's stupid. It's on ESPN Plus. or SEC plus. So what I had to do, thanks Roll Tide, I had to go to ESPN Plus, and I had to sign in with my credentials, and then I had to then I had to log into YouTube TV. So you might be able to go through YouTube TV if you have SEC Plus, and go that way as well. So if you have YouTube TV, go to SEC Plus, and you should see the game. But I mean, if you have to watch another drive like that, I don't know if it's worth it. Okay, everybody, heads up. Is Ty going to get in right now? In the next offensive series, yes or no? Yes or no, do you think Ty is going to start playing? And do we see another quarterback besides Ty? Couple questions for you. You know, do we see Dylan Lonergan?
Yeah, everyone's saying Ty's coming in.
Oh, you know what? Ephraim is saying that's a good. So people, I can't do it, but a lot of people illegally stream the games. So I'm not saying to do it, but I see it all the time. I mean, I always get, I can't even show film or anything. Trust me, I always get demonetized for that. So that's why I don't do it. That's why people always come here and they're like, watch it. I mean, that's why I would never do that to my channel, That's why I just do the watch along. So, but the proper way to do this is to go to ESPN plus SEC plus and log in with your credentials, and you go forward to do that. And I think if you have YouTube TV, I think that's included in your package. So tough game to find. One of the things we didn't talk about, I guess, it happened yesterday. I was out of town. But the basketball team left. Sorry, I have to refresh even on my side. Sorry, I'm multitasking. I think it gets muted when you refresh too, which is the weird thing. So what we didn't talk about was the basketball team lost to Purdue. I wasn't shocked by that. I would we didn't really talk about it. We had a short week. But I think that with the basketball team, look, it's the beginning of the season. You're going to take some L's on a schedule like that. Now, I don't think that this team has played close to their best basketball. And why would they? I mean, the season just started. So I'm not really tripping about that early season loss. I think it is a tough loss. I think, losing to Purdue consecutive years, Big Ten's tough. But I don't think it's like this team was like overly hyped. I think they are as good as we're making them out to be. They're probably going to be better. It's just they really haven't found a rhythm just yet. That'll come later on. Yeah, that's another good point. It could be a good loss. Because now, I mean, that team hadn't been punched in the face, let's face it. And I would imagine that they lose another game from now until, maybe December, but Christmas. That's a hell of a, that schedule's really challenging. Yeah, I mean, think about the rotations, right? Like, there's so many rotations that you can mix with. Guys aren't, you got to get guys, in the zone. We saw Wrightsell do his thing recently. Grant Nelson played really well against McNeese. That McNeese team is really good. Alabama lost to Purdue on Friday, Adam. Purdue, they were in the championship game last year. All right, so you got Mercer, who is on the offensive side of the ball. A really good play by Bray Hubbard. This guy's had a remarkable last 3 games, and I get it. Against Missouri, LSU, now against Mercer. But you needed a player to step up at the safety spot. And Bray Hubbard, look, it's these guys who don't really complain and just wait for their time. When they come in, they do their job. I mean, Bray, he's good. Bray Hubbard has been great. We probably talked about Bray more than we've talked about Keon Sabb in his last 3 games. Keon Sabb, for whatever reason, started out hot and then kind of fizzled. And I hope he gets back on time because, and I'd be curious to see what happens if he comes back and he was a starter or if they stick with Bray Hubbard. Returning, this punt is Jalen Mbakwe makes a cut. Man, this is a game where you have Mbakwe returning. Man, that's your third best freshman right there. Ryan, Zabian, and Jalen Mbakwe. Holding a classic penalty for Alabama. That's our most popular penalty. Of choice. Man, Bach is, he can just keep him back there. I know people are thinking about the bobble punt that he had, but no, he's good to go. We're on a commercial break. Do you think that Ty Simpson comes in quickly? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Ty Simpson, yes or no? Be right back. So I know it's early, but T just informed me that Florida is beating LSU, okay? Let's talk about this for a second. I think the game just started or whatever. But look, if you lose the game, LSU's out of the playoffs, okay? Actually, damn. They might not be, the SEC's crazy. But I think you lose that game against Alabama. Can you imagine where their morale is? That's where Alabama's morale would have been if they would have lost to LSU. Because then you have this game against Mercer, you're going to win it regardless. But going to the back end of the season, you're like, what are we playing for? Blah, blah, blah. You start crying, all this stuff. So LSU, I don't like that could be a program on the ropes. What big games have Brian Kelly won? What, he beat Alabama a couple years ago? Was that what? Not that was now 3 games ago. So that was in 2022. But what games has Brian Kelly won? Yeah, LSU. Yeah, eight rushing touchdowns by Jalen Milroe, right? Against LSU. Man, Milroe, look at this. I love this going to Robbie Oots. That's one of my favorite plays.
I love that. I love that for him.
Couple design runs. I would imagine that you get Ty in, right? Jeff is saying that Ty's in. What's up, Jeff? Jeff Merryman. I like that. All right, so Milroe is done for the day. Light work. Why is he putting on his helmet? He was sitting down and he called him up to stand on the sideline. All right, so first play is a handoff to Kendrick Law, which goes absolutely nowhere. Kind of like a jet sweep. Does Ty throw a touchdown? Yes or no? Does Ty throw a touchdown? Look at him on the season. Look at how far we are this season. 9 of 14 for 96 yards. That's all he has. He hasn't even thrown a touchdown in his career. Here's Ty Simpson. Man, here we go. This is exciting. Ty Simpson back to pass. And he completes it to his favorite target, Caleb Odoms. And I say that because Ty, I think, had 4 completions during Wisconsin. And I think 4 of them were to Caleb Odom. So that's a nice connection there. So, and that's why I think it's important for Ty to work the entire offense to show the players coming back next year, this is what the offense could look like. I told you, Ty Simpson, Jalen Milroe likes Ryan Williams. Ty Simpson likes Caleb Odom.
Jeremy actually has the highest receiving yards today.
I think we see a touch. Do you think we see a touchdown pass from him? I'm going to say, oh, yeah. I mean, there's 7 minutes. Yeah, you got to throw a touchdown pass. Yeah, Bill Uff and Murray is saying Odom is all in for Ty. Yeah, I mean, watch. He probably get a couple more targets. All right, this is a that is a weird play. It's a handoff, kind of like a jet sweep to Kendrick Law. They've ran 2 plays to Kendrick Law, which have gone for negative yards. How about throwing the football downfield to Kendrick Law? No, I'm serious. Like, or if you want him to be a running back, like put him as a running back. Weird. They're like forcing that. You know what they're doing right there? That's forcing the football to somebody. Richard Young in the backfield. One of my favorite running backs. All the running backs are my favorites. Ty Simpson. Escaping the pocket. He's running out. He's going to run. And he gets the first down. Super athletic play. A lot of people forget that about his running ability, right? But Ty Simpson's fast. He's got wheels. He flushed out of the pocket. Welcome Formby's in. And Ty Simpson's on his horse. Gets the first down. I would have liked him to slide, but I think he thought about it. Richard Young in the backfield. 3 wide receivers. Here comes Richard Young. You know, Adam, I think they need to use him as a receiver. But I mean, they do so many jet sweeps with Kendrick Law. It's almost like we know when they're going to go to Kendrick Law. Solly, man, what's up, man? Appreciate you being here. Ty Simpson. Little quick strike to Kobe Prentice. Man, so these are like the number 2s. Yeah, I agree with this commentator at ESPN. He's saying what I was just about to say. Maybe use a bubble screen with Kendrick Law, right? All right, 3rd and 1 for Alabama. You have Richard Young in the backfield. I'd imagine he gets it. Picks it up, first down. Your offensive lineman, Welcome Formby, I see out there. I see Rock Montgomery. I see Geno Vandermark. I see Olas Allen. Richard Young off the field. 4:40 before the 4th quarter. We got some time to go.
Adam's writing poems for Ty.
Josh Quavison at tight end. Did you see that? Oh, it looks like Daniel Hill's back there too. Ty Simpson back to pass, lets it go deep downfield, and he overshoots Kobe Prentice.
Dang, I haven't seen Prentice in
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, Prentice and Law are the backups. Yeah. You know, you're only really going to feature 2 wide receivers in this offense, Jerry Bernard and Ryan Williams, and then when those guys are out, it's Emmanuel Henderson and Kobe, and then they have Kendrick Law as kind of like a jet sweep running back. Yo, D-ball wasn't there. It's good to see him throw the ball, I guess. 2nd and 10 for Ty Simpson. Rolls out. It's going to be an incomplete pass. And these are the backups. There's a drop pass by Daniel Hill. Prentice never, I mean, things just haven't gone right for Prentice. You know what? And I'm going to say this. I don't know. It might be too early, but I cannot wait to talk about the quarterback battle for next year between Keelan Russell. There's so many Keelons. Keelan Russell and Ty. Ty Simpson making someone miss, fires a shot to Caleb Odom. That was a weird drive, weird series. Okay, I didn't like that. Did anyone like? Look, I know these guys are excited to get in. I ain't like that. Okay, so Alabama to punt. I mean, Jeff is talking about the blocking. I mean, you look at the offensive lineman. This is definitely the second set of offensive linemen. Good point out there. Yeah, that wasn't it. James Burnham with a much better punt. Four minutes until the fourth quarter. All right, so no touchdown thrown yet by Ty Simpson. Okay, honest question. It's way too early. The kid hasn't even signed here, right? We're talking a little recruiting too. But do you think next year that there'll be a quarterback battle between Keelan Russell and Ty Simpson? That could be a poll question.
Okay. The last poll is now saying 53% think Auburn will be the bigger opponent.
Wow.
So it's been
Well, it's the Iron Bowl. Yeah, yeah. I guess when all said, these have been some tough questions. So, will there be a quarter? I mean, so the question is, will there be a quarterback battle between Ty Simpson and Keelan Russell? Yo, Ephraim, I would imagine, yeah, Austin Mack is still there. I would imagine that, I mean, if I had to guess right now, I would imagine that Dylan Lonergan transfers. I have no insight on this, no intel. It's just, I think, and here's my reasoning. I think Ty is clearly next in line to be the quarterback. Then I go to who's after him. Well, he's ahead of Dylan Lonergan already. Otherwise, Dylan Lonergan would have surpassed him. Austin Mack is a Kalen DeBoer guy. So he might have the edge over Lonergan. And then you bring in a five-star quarterback. So I think based off all that, Dylan Lonergan would be the guy to transfer. What are they saying early?
61% think there will be a battle, but Ben saying Allen's coming. Ben Allen is saying Jalen's coming back.
Well, I
I would
mean,
put
you know,
an
I know, I don't even want to go there, because I personally don't think it's going to happen. But if Jalen Milroe wanted to come back, he could come back. I don't think he's going to. So I don't even want to go there. I don't have the mental space to do that. What can you read? What does the poll say?
65% are saying, yeah, they think there's going to be a quarterback battle.
Oh my goodness. The quarterback battles are wild.
Yep.
Especially when it's a five-star. And look, have you seen the plays that this guy Keelan Russell is making at his high school? Okay, look, I know Ty Simpson just overthrew this guy Kobe. Yo, Keelan Russell is like, he's been making some really amazing throws, deep throws. We're back on. Mercer has the football. And we've talked a little bit about recruiting the last couple of days as well. Man, you got to sign these guys before you really call them. And you know what? I feel like I'm so sick and tired of seeing all these guys saying they're 100% committed and then like going other places. Like, I would just say, like, what do you think about this, T? Because you hear this so many times. I'm 100% locked in, but I'm going to Ole Miss to go.
Yeah, it's confusing and it sends a lot of mixed messages for sure.
And you really don't have, look, Alabama might have all these guys, but they really don't have any of them because none of them have signed.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good look. I don't think.
And like, for example, like Dawson Merritt right now, right? Dawson Merritt, he just flipped when at one point he was 100,000% locked into Alabama.
Well, look at what Ryan Williams did.
Yeah. Yeah, Ryan Williams played it up to the last. Yeah. All right, 2:30 before the fourth quarter. Ball like flew through Deshaun Jones' hands. I thought he probably could have had an interception. I think it's going to bring up a 4th down. So you'll get another opportunity to see Alabama's offense here in just a second. I would imagine we see Dylan Lonergan too in this game. Taylor is saying that we got 4 losses this year without Milrow. Yeah.
But yeah.
Philip is saying, let's say Milrow's NFL grade is 2nd or 3rd round.
But wants to be the first.
Man, I think if Milrow comes back, I think you would have a sea of guys. Well, I mean, it would be interesting to see what happened because he's the leader of this team. Like, this is his team. But at the same point, like, I think a lot of guys, based on, the fact that, look, when Milrow is in the game, the offense is just Jalen Milrow. We know that. Like, he runs the ball, he passes the ball. It's just Jalen Milrow. So I think a lot of guys might hit the portal. I don't know. That's why I think it's so important right now for the players to get an opportunity to see what the offense looks like. Good run right there by Richard Young. The other thing is, too, I hate to say it. Like, look, let's not get it twisted. This game's boring, right? It sucks. But this is what the playoff committee wants. The playoff committee wants you to just be undefeated. They want you to play games like this. You know what sucks? They want you to play games like this to make the playoffs. Indiana hasn't played one team in the top 25.
Oh, I didn't know Lonergan.
No, I don't think that's true. I think, I'm talking Dylan Lonergan. I think Dylan Lonergan is, you can look up the Alabama baseball roster right now. I think he did at one point play baseball, but I think his primary focus is football. You know, a lot of these guys come in playing multiple sports. Remember at that time when we thought Kool-Aid and Taryn Arnold were going to play basketball for Nate Oates? Do you remember this? This is a real thing that happened. All right, Alabama back on offense. It is going to probably be a 1st and 15 after this penalty. Yeah, but I mean, look, Jeff Merriman, I agree, man. I think Richard Young could be playing with the first team, but what's he going to get? 4 carries? I mean, honestly, that's what running backs get. And the running backs, the most carries that a running back has had this year on this team in this offense is 15 carries. Even if Richard Young was a first-team running back, he'd only be getting, 6 carries a game? Look at this dude. Richard Young needs to be getting the football like 15 to 20 times a game. He needs to be running the football like Tennessee runs the football. Richard Young is better than Dylan Sampson. That might be the hottest take you hear. I think Richard Young is better than Tennessee's starting running back. And that guy get fed like 25 times. Seriously. I think right now what you're seeing with Richard Young is he's playing with the second team offense. He comes in at awkward times. His shoe falls off. Look, his shoe fell off. Man, that sucks. Honestly, I think Richard Young, I think he's that good. And I think if he was on Tennessee's team, he'd be getting 25 carries a game. Another false start on Mercer. Simpson looks pretty inaccurate himself. Maybe this is why they haven't let him throw the ball. You know, to be honest, man, I have to be honest. It's my job on being here. And when I'm critical of a player, I'm not talking about the player as a person. Like I would never do that. Okay, so I don't know these guys. To me, they're pros because they get paid. I'm right in this, from what I've seen, and I get it. He just got on the field. These are limited opportunities. I'm not impressed with Ty Simpson right now. It's a small sample size. It's like it's a practice. I don't know. I'm not really impressed with him. Yeah, and I did see DeBoer get in on Ty right there. Interesting take. Yeah, and I think if you were to ask common fans watching this broadcast as well, I mean, probably not impressed with Ty either. So I think he's left the pocket early. I think he's been inaccurate. He missed on Kobe Prentice. He's thrown balls, that are uncatchable. Cam brings up a good point. He's like, you are all so quick to judge. Damn, I think that's a good point too. I think that's valid. I mean, think about it. We've been so eager for this guy to get small opportunities, but I think the reason I think we're saying this is because we finally have something to look at, because we haven't been able to see this guy play for. I mean, think about this. Before he came into this game, he had just thrown the ball 14 times this year, right? In 9 games. That's why I think we're like so quick to like assess. But yeah, I mean, let's see what he can do here in the next drive. I appreciate the feedback, man. That Pizza Hut was good.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Let's see if I can adjust this. It's kind of bothering me. This light. I appreciate you guys rocking with me too. Thank you so much for being here with us. Let me just change this really quick. Sorry. Might be a little shaky.
Yeah, I like that better.
This one? Yeah, I know. I thought I had it a little too. Is this better?
Yeah.
Sorry. Went the whole game with it with a weird view. How's that? Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys rocking with me. I'm not at my studio, so on location, and we're talking the watch along with you guys. Be back in town tomorrow night, and then of course for our Monday live show, I'll be back in my studio as Alabama turns the page to Oklahoma. We'll have Coach Kalen DeBoer's video after this game. So we're not going to stream it, but we will upload it naturally following this game. I wonder if you do see, here's Coach Kalen DeBoer. See what he says. And people get mad that he wears black because of like Georgia.
Yeah.
I don't really care. I like that hoodie, to be honest. It's cool. I like the white hoodie, so I probably like that in white with the crimson kind of shade. All right, Ty Simpson is getting literally like carried. See, can we get a, wow. Ty Simpson just got like picked up and like carried by a group. Did you see this? Watch, here in the pile. Here, I can get it. I think I have a better vantage point. That was hilarious. Yeah, that was a weird play. See if they show a replay of this. Yeah, here they go. So here's Ty.
It's literally off his feet.
Just screenshot that at one of those points. So Ty literally got like picked up. Oh, look, Dylan Lonergan's in. What? Wow, that's fast. So Ty Simpson got like carried And now they've put in Dylan Lonergan. And now you have Lonergan who came in. Was that Ty that they carried?
Yeah.
Okay, and then Lonergan came in, and now Lonergan's out, and Ty's in, I think. What a weird play. He was like floating.
His feet were literally off the ground.
This game has been really weird. These games always have a couple common themes. There's a lot of penalties. Look at Coach Kalen DeBoer. Man, he looks pissed. He's 9-0 as a coach in November? Yeah, what was that? He got carried off the ground. All right, Ty Simpson back in at quarterback. Back to pass. He's going deep into double coverage. What a catch. What? T, can you look up who 16 is? Was that caught? Did he catch that? There was a penalty. Who's 16, fam? Was that Jaron Hamilton? So Ty goes deep for Jaron Hamilton. I haven't seen Jaron Hamilton all season. And it's a double coverage. He goes up. Did he catch that? Oh, so he dropped it.
Yeah, he looked mad like that.
He made a good, he made an adjustment. It hit his hands, and then the ball flies out. Okay. I don't know. Is that on Ty or is that on Jaron Hamilton? I don't know. They say if it hits your hands, you should catch it. All right, Ty Simpson back to pass. 4 wide receivers. Ty Simpson goes downfield again. And this time, he's going for Jaron Hamilton again. Single coverage. Pretty good coverage. And incompletion. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know. That was pretty good coverage, I think. Oh, and the camera gets wiped out. Okay, so Ty Simpson now with 4 wide receivers. I would imagine he goes deep again. Ty Simpson is going to come out of of a would-be sack, goes deep downfield, and it is caught. Oh my God. That was crazy. That might be the play, T. Let me see it. Oh my goodness. Yo, that was crazy. Man. So Simpson comes out, he ducks under, throws it deep downfield, and connects with Josh Cuevas. Oh my God, that was crazy. Yo, that was wild. They hurry to the line, and it's a touchdown, Alabama. Richard Young. Yo, that was crazy. What a crazy play. Do we already post that other one?
No.
All right, yeah, I think this is the play. Wow. What a play by Ty Simpson at quarterback. Evaded the defender. Yo, rate that play on a scale of 1 to 10. Was that a 10? Rate it on 1 to 10. 10 being like, yo, I had to rewind it. Ty Simpson. So I'm just over here. I want to get a picture of this play. That was crazy. That was an amazing play, honestly. And he went deep, 3 times on that drive. He went, threw it into double coverage, threw it down to the side. Here it is right here. What a play. What a catch. Wow. So I think what we can do here, what a play. That was amazing.
Screenshot Ty and the...
Yeah. Wow. What a play. Okay, look. I like that. And I think, those first couple drives from Ty, Clearly wasn't it. I mean, who knows? Maybe he's nervous. He was inaccurate, right? Did throw the ball over Kobe Prentice. A couple other times he was had some overthrows. What we've seen from Ty too, and I think a lot of people forget that Ty has the ability to make plays. Like he's fast. He's a guy that can run. He can scramble. We saw that with him picking up a first down. But also with Ty, he has playmaking ability. I mean, he's been doing this since high school. Plays like that you just saw, evading, guys coming to sack him or whatever, stepping out of it, and then throwing the ball deep downfield. Josh Cuevas goes up and catches it. So that was good. I like what I saw there. And then the best part is you didn't get fancy, from the 2-yard line, whatever they were in. You just handed the ball off to Richard Young. I think Ty Simpson definitely likes Caleb Odom. And no, that was good. So that was it. So 2 drives, didn't really like. That wasn't it. That play, that was good. So feel good about it. I think Kendrick Law, I don't know what to think about Kendrick Law. I just think that's what it is. I mean, they're going to try to utilize him on jet sweeps, but in terms of him going downfield or whatever, I don't know. Yeah, I 100%. I think there's going to be an amazing quarterback competition next year. I don't think that anybody's going to be awarded the starting spot. I think Ty is clearly the front runner because he has experience, all these other elements, but I think Keelan Russell is that talented. I really do. You can be like, freshmen don't play here at Alabama. Yeah, they do. They're all over the field. I think Kalen DeBoer is going to do a good job of playing the best player, especially at quarterback. You have to. Be right back in 2 seconds. No. Yeah. 12:54. There's a lot of football left. Are there any other interesting scores out there, fam? What's that Florida? Can someone post that Florida score?
It's still 7-0.
Really? Against LSU? What other games are on? The only game that I was looking at was Georgia and Tennessee. We went through a bunch of them. I think Colorado won. Mercer with a long run of probably about 12. So you see the second team defense now too. SEC standings, Tennessee, Texas A&M, Texas, a 3-way tie for first. Texas won today. They beat Arkansas. Yeah, I mean, think about that. That game is so pivotal tonight. Oh, yeah, throw in some scores, fam. I appreciate that. South Carolina. Is that South Carolina in Missouri? 7-0 Florida. I really feel, I keep forgetting that Tennessee is number 1 in the SEC right now. I mean, there's a 3-way tie, as you know. That's how big this game is with Georgia. It has, really playoff implications. I suspect, because I've been playing with models, I think Tennessee, I know it's crazy because they beat Bama.
Stanford's beating Louisville.
Is Jalen Mbakwe playing? Oh, I thought he was playing safety. Incomplete pass, nearly intercepted. What was that, T?
Stanford's beating Louisville.
Stanford. Look, best chances to reach the SEC championship game. Texas 51. Dang, so Bama is probably going to play in this. Oh my goodness. It looks like Bama is probably going to play Texas in the SEC championship game. Wow. Which would mean now they just have to play 6 games to win the championship. But the problem that I have with them making the SEC championship game is if they lose that game, I think they'll be penalized for making it and for losing it, and they'll miss the playoffs. But I've been playing with some models. I think the team that's going to be left out is Tennessee if they lose tonight. I don't, it does, I mean, I think we have maybe a couple Tennessee fans and just kicking it. Is there anyone that thinks that Tennessee beats Georgia tonight? Honestly, I don't. That would be a good question to ask.
Sorry, say that again.
Is there anyone that thinks that Tennessee beats Georgia? I don't think they're going to. Like, Josh, I agree, but that's what's going to happen because Alabama will be penalized because they've already lost 2 games. So they'll treat it as kind of a playoff play-in game. I not to say that, I'm scared to play Texas or whatever. I think Alabama would be fine, but I'm just saying, and I guess the same, I don't know. Let's see, because Texas has lost 1 game. See, I think Texas would still make the playoffs if they lose in the SEC title game. But I think if Alabama loses the SEC title game, they'll be out. I mean, I wouldn't say he looks terrible. I mean, he did make that play, Adam. I like that play that he made. That kind of like boosted his, overall play for me today. Not through the roof. I would say Ty today for me is probably like 5 out of 10. I love these Coach Saban commercials. They're everywhere.
Chilling in the hot tub.
What is the early poll saying?
62%.
Oh, I can see it on here. I could see it. 62. Wow, so some people are voting for Tennessee.
Yeah, I think they think it's a lot closer than you think.
Wow. That's good.
What is going on with Carson Beck's girlfriend? Everyone is talking about this.
Oh yeah. What happened with Carson Beck's girlfriend? We don't know. I guess we missed that.
We're out of the loop.
If it's something like completely heinous, keep it off. But like, is it like?
No, they're just saying he's like obsessed with her and it's like affecting his play.
Huh. He's just, man, look, Milroe had his slump. Beck is like just falling off the rails. And what does he have, 13 interceptions? So Bill asked the same question. The game against Oklahoma is 6:30 Central Time, so it's another night game. What's the weather next weekend in Norman, Oklahoma? Can someone look up the weather next Saturday in Norman, Oklahoma? Adams. Yeah, I mean, look, Kendrick Law is just we are wishing on a star, and that's just not going to come through. So we just move on.
My phone just called my cousin Carson, so I was talking about Carson's pet.
They're showing the playoff brackets on here. Some more rat poison. Third cup of coffee today. Yeah, you got to go for it, man. Yeah, I know. And I haven't looked where Carson Beck is in the NFL draft, but I would imagine he's tanking. Josh is saying he's lived in Oklahoma and the weather is so unpredictable. I agree. No, there's no flights from Birmingham direct to New Mexico. So you have to fly from New Mexico to actually what we're doing is we're driving from Clayton to Amarillo, Texas, flying from Amarillo, Texas to Dallas, and then Dallas to Birmingham. I mean, the country, like the land out here is so expansive. I mean, you could just have hours and not see anything. Norman weather, 50 and sunny. Oh, I love that. That'll be easy. That's comfortable.
Oh yeah, Bill's saying that he's going to keep us updated because he lives there.
Oh, perfect. I bet you it took. I've never been to Norman. No upsets today. I mean, I think if anything, so I'm tying my shoe. If anything, I don't even call Georgia beating Tennessee tonight an upset. All right, Rico Scotton, is this Dylan Lonergan in at quarterback? A little first down on the 3rd and 1. God, what a boring game. Boring?
Yeah.
I know, these games suck. But you got to play them. This is what the playoffs, the seeding people who make these playoffs want this to be your schedule. They just want you to play they don't want you to play a tough schedule and lose games. They want you to play a light schedule and to win games. So this actually works out well for Bama. They'll actually, hey, there's Bubba Hampton. Actually, it's going to work out perfect because you beat Mercer just as we expected by a large margin. Georgia beats Tennessee. You move up in the playoff rankings again.
Yeah, we've had 10 receivers getting reps today.
Florida and LSU are tied at 7. I haven't seen Kane Womack either.
Yeah, they haven't shown him this game.
Oh, man.
Who's that?
That's Kevin Riley. And Kevin Riley looks good. Yeah. Man, he looked fast.
SMU is 10, Boston College 7.
SMU 10.
Boston College 7.
Bill O'Brien 7. Boston College, we're just going to call Bill O'Brien U.
Bob is 7.
Bob is 7. Yeah, there we go. SMU 10. Bob 7.
Missouri and South Carolina are close.
So there's this coach on Alabama. You know how all these players have chains, right? T?
Yeah.
They all have chains. So there's one player, actually he's like a staff assistant, and he wears all the chains while they're playing, and then he gives them back to them. But I think somebody took a picture, I think it was a media site, took a picture of him, and we're like, look at this coach, he's like wearing like too many chains.
Oh,
I know. So they like framed it like this guy was like some arrogant dude when I don't even think he wears a chain in real life. He's just wearing the chains for the players. The chain guy. All right, Kevin Riley looks good. Wow, light snow. Oh, I can imagine, yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen Kane. South Carolina 7, Missouri 6. There's some girls with a White Claw.
Oh, whoops.
Did you see that? Are they supposed to? Can they?
They're not supposed to have that.
How did they have those White Claws?
I mean, that's the student section. I don't think they're supposed to have that.
Dylan Lonergan, back to pass. Throws it to Kevin Riley. He is hit. Alabama's at the 50. 7 minutes before. What to watch coming after this? We will naturally upload Kalen DeBoer's press conference, so that'll come after this. No laws with the claw. I guess not, yeah. And those are the 8% White Claws, the big blue ones. They're busting out the big guns. Dylan Lonergan.
The mustache.
With the mustache, huh?
The stash. No shave November.
And Lonergan pitches it out to Kevin Riley. Oh, that's the Daniel Hill. My bad. That's what's up, Josh. That's cool. Yeah, the chain guy. I like it. Six minutes. Thanks for rocking with me, fam. I appreciate you guys being here. Lonergan passes it. It is incomplete. No, that's not Drake or Patrick on the crossing route. That's got to be, that's Bubba Hampton. So Bubba Hampton's 21, and so is Drake or Patrick. They're on opposite sides of football. No, this is Dylan Lonergan. If you guys just popped in or popped out and popped back in, whatever. Yeah, Drake plays defense. I know he said he was on offense. That was Bubba Hampton, number 21. Lonergan connects with a tight end 89. Is that Lockwood? I think that's Ty Lockwood. I haven't heard much of Ty Lockwood, but there he is. Yeah, that's Lockwood. Bubba Sparks. Bubba Hampton. This is Austin Mack. Return of the Mack. Here comes Austin. Hands it off. Austin, 6'8". What is he, 6'8" or 6'7"? I think he's 6. I heard someone told me that he was 6'9". I don't think he's 6'9".
He is 6'6", according to.
I think he's way taller than. I think he's like 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah. RollTide.com has him 6'6", 236.
6'6", 236? Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. Yo, Austin Macken. He's gonna throw the ball a little bit. Incomplete. Going to Ty Lockwood. Okay, they just said, yeah. I want to say he's taller than that. And he's a redshirt freshman. He's not a true freshman.
He's wearing this chain.
Yeah. Austin Mack transferred. He's one of DeBoer's guys, right? I mean, DeBoer guys. And when you look to the roster next year at quarterback, you have him, you have Keelan Russell, you have Ty, you have Dylan, you know. Austin, back to pass, check down to Kevin Riley. Riley looked like a first down. I'm still mad about the Caden Proctor non-touchdown.
I know.
That would have been the highlight.
So funny.
Jalen Miller was like, this is boring. Ty was 5 of 10.
Yeah. 71 yards.
Handoff to Riley. They lose yards on that one.
Lonergan was 5 of 6.
Lonergan was 5 of 6? 5 of 6 for how many yards, though?
23.
What was Ty? 5 of 10 for what? 71? Okay. He still hasn't thrown a touchdown in his career. Three minutes and 45 seconds. I appreciate you guys chilling, hanging out. Austin Mack going deep downfield.
For a touchdown.
Oh my goodness.
Jesus.
What a catch by Rico Scott. Yo, yeah, that was, I probably get that T. Yo, that was crazy. What a toss by Rico Scott. The ball looked a little bit wobbly, but the catch was ridiculous. Man, Austin Mack comes in and just imagine Ty's been here for 5 years, hasn't thrown a touchdown. Austin Mack just steps in, throws a touchdown. Wow. That was crazy. I'm getting a replay over here. That was absolutely bananas. What a catch. They're going to show it here in just a second. Yo, Rico Scott, man. Caleb, that's why. Caleb Cunningham, look at all the receivers coming back. What a toss. Man, that was the most wobbly ball. That was, okay, hold on. I'm over here getting the video over here. Here goes Ryan Williams. Look at this. Wow, he headbutted him almost with no helmet. Yeah, all right. Yeah, we've got some good stuff to work with. All right, so let's talk about that. Okay. Austin Mack comes in, 6'6", 235 pounds, throws probably the most wobbly ball we've seen. And Rico Scott makes a hell of a catch. It was like a one-handed grab by a freshman. Couple things. Number one, great for Austin Mack to come in. You've seen 4 Alabama quarterbacks play today. Besides Jalen Milroe, Austin Mack is the only quarterback to throw a touchdown, even this season. He connected with Rico Scott, who's also a freshman. Now, here's the interesting part. You look to all these freshman wide receivers that Alabama has. Not all of them, but you look to all the receivers on the roster. That's why getting upset over Caleb Cunningham is absolutely nothing to worry about. Look, Rico Scott is the guy. Latier Brooks is going to be that guy when he gets here. You saw Jared Hamilton today. You saw Bubba Hampton today. You saw Caleb Odom today. You saw Ryan Williams today. You saw Jeremy Bernard. You saw Kobe Prentice. You saw Emmanuel Henderson. All these guys can come back. That's why it's not a big deal to lose Caleb Cunningham. It'd be something to lose Michael Carroll, the offensive lineman. But man, it was a wobbly pass, but you're right. It was right on track. And what a catch. Yo, that was tight. And you're right, Neil. The team is very young. I think they lose a couple guys at transfer portal, maybe a lot. You lose a couple guys in the NFL, maybe not a lot. But a lot of guys are coming back. That was nice. Nice. And you know who was happy was Ryan Williams. Yeah, what would you guys ask Coach Kalen DeBoer after the game, in the post game? It's hard to ask him about, kind of the play of the quarterbacks because there's such limited opportunities, but I'm sure people would want to hear his thoughts on, I don't know, maybe the touchdown throw by Austin Mack, the touchdown catch by Rico Scott. But I think, we understand it's Mercer. Do you feel you executed, in this game? And I think for the most part, they continue to execute at a really high level. You look at the last 3 games, right? A shutout against Missouri, big win against LSU, 52-7 here against Mercer. These are style points. Man, so 71% chance to make the college football playoffs and 67% chance to play in the SEC championship game. Wow. Ephraim's like, my question to Coach Kellen DeBoer would be like, what's wrong with the quarterback number 2? No, I get it. We're excited for greatness. So when a quarterback isn't accurate, I mean, look, Ty could have had 2 touchdowns. He overthrew Kobe Prentice. QB2 controversy. Yeah, that's not bad. I bet people would like to see a little bit of Austin Mack. 315. Look, coach is talking to Caleb Odom. Look, T. That's a good one right there. If you could get it. Right here. You could also do this, T. I think this could help you out. If you do this. Oops. Sorry, this is like a really, I'm sorry. There you go. That might help you out.
Yeah.
Should have thought about that a while ago. Did you see Coach Kalen DeBoer was talking to Caleb? A lot of Calebs. 2:30 left in the game. Oh, I have a light bar. Let's see. Different lights. Whoa. I get back the other way. Two minutes to go. Appreciate you guys being here. Following this watch along, we will have Coach Kalen DeBoer's press conference uploaded. And I might make another cutaway video. So watch for those videos to be dropping on the YouTube channel. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the super chats, the support. If you are a fan funder, I think it's $2.99 to support the channel. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Keon Keeley, he's played a couple times this year. I don't know why he doesn't play more, right? Who's impressed you today? Let me ask you. Who is it? Name two players, two like non-common players, right? Like you get like besides Milroe or Jahad Campbell or Ryan Williams, like who else has impressed you today? Name two players. T, who would you go with? Two players. Let's see. I would say two players. I want to continue to. Oots is a great one. Richard Young, Dylan Lonergan, Oots, I love. Great, thank you, Oots. I was gonna say Damani Jackson. Kevin Riley's good. Oots. Yeah, Cuevas. Yeah, that was a nice catch too. Hubbard. Yeah, he was in. Damn, look at that. KTK, I love that, man. 202 yards, 3 turnovers. Very, very impressive. And the touchdown that Mercer scored was probably one of the greatest catches we've seen this year. Richard Young, man, he's great ad. Yeah, how about this for a question for Coach Kalen DeBoer? Over the last 3 weeks, Alabama's defense continues to show improvement. What has been a catalyst to that level of play? Because we've seen like the defense over the last 3 weeks really start to trend, right? I mean, think about a shutout, only 1 touchdown against LSU, only 1 touchdown against Mercer. And I was thinking about like maybe, and the defense is missing Keon Sabb. And I understand the level of competition, but it seems like the defense is just playing better overall. It seems like they're not getting beat as much downfield. The play today that Mercer scored on, I'm not even saying that they were beat deep on that because that guy made probably that play could be on SportsCenter, the way that guy played it. I call it out. If the guy got beat, I would say he got beat. He didn't get beat. He was in, I feel he's in pretty good position, but like that play, you might have to give it a refresh, T. Yeah, just up top. Oh, wow, you hit the refresh button. That's interesting. I hit the toolbar. And then, yeah. And what's interesting is when you refresh that, you got to hit the little bar right here to turn it up. Yeah. I don't know why that happens. And then it gets really loud. All right, so 52-7. There you go, Kimberly. 52-7, Alabama leads. There's 1:50 left in the game. Yeah, look at this. Wow, so they're saying this Georgia and Tennessee game is basically a playoff game, right? See, I think Tennessee's out if they lose. So let's see, Tennessee's only lost 1 game this year, right? They've just lost 1 game. So, I get their reasoning for that. So that would be their second loss. I think Tennessee would be out because Georgia would then be ahead of them and Alabama beat Georgia. And I get it, Tennessee beat Alabama, but the SEC is wild. I just kind of think like, what have you done for me lately? Kim, you're exactly right. If Coach Kalen DeBoer wants to retain the high approval rating, you know what he does right now? We always say, break the headset. Thanks for reminding me of that. I think the loser's out. Yeah. Who's in at quarterback right now? Oh, Ty Simpson's in. No, 16. Who's 16 on, who's this quarterback?
16.
Yeah, number 16 at quarterback. Yeah, that's fine. Well, wasn't Jaron Hamilton
Yeah, that's
16?
what I'm saying. And
So Alabama has 3 16s?
we have, okay, Cade Caruth.
Oh, Cade Caruth. Okay, cool. So is there 3 players that have 16?
There's him, Jaron Hamilton, and Red Morgan, yeah.
Wow, that's wild. So Alabama has 3. The game's over. All right, so T, why don't you get ready for Coach Kalen DeBoer? Okay, fam. As soon as Coach Kalen DeBoer is open and published, we'll have that on Bama Football on YouTube. I appreciate you guys being here and kicking it with me. Score is 52-7. That's the final. KTK, I love the stats, man. Keep hitting them on my shows. Alabama's defense last, 784 yards, 2 TDs, 2 field goals, 7 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, 20 total points given up in the last 3 games. Absolutely. Love that, man. Yo, a lot of quarterbacks, a lot of running backs, a lot of wide receivers. But you know what? The offensive line, that's kind of one area. Hey, look, Ryan Williams even doing some interview, like posted with some kids after the game. That was cool. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. I'll be back as news happens right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Big win for Alabama today. We expected this, but you look at the execution. How do these guys play? Well, they play like they're supposed to today, to be honest. So we'll post Coach Kalen DeBoer's press conference here in just a minute. Please hit the notifications so you guys are updated. Thank you very much for the super chats, and thanks for rocking with me today right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Coming to you from Clayton, New Mexico, Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube. I'll probably be back here in a little while. Got that big game on tonight, so look for a couple more videos to be posted, especially Coach Kalen DeBoer. Catch up with you guys soon. See ya.